every second, every minute, and I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Till I feel the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark blue, perfume, go, go.
I recognize your fragrance, hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit, and I know your taste is a little bit, high maintenance, everybody else basic, you live life on an everyday basis, with poetic justice, if I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs, dedicated to you, and you're in the mood for empathy, there's blood in my pen, better yet with your friends and them, I really wanna know you all, I really wanna show you off. Pour up plenty of champagne, cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't looking home is sorry. They say conversation through the nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
Can I tell you something for what it's worth? You have it, like, so anxious just to feel the silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you. Say it to me, baby. Say our time we're making up time. The times you wasn't really waking up. Now you never said I couldn't let you touch. I needed you, I needed you. Needed to distance myself from you. I was just alone with you. So comfortable with you. Won't you? Can I tell you something for what it is worth? We have it, that's all that take you, take you. Show you something, give me more than words. We have it, that's all that take you, please be done. Please be nothing to me. I want you to me, yeah. Please be done. Please be nothing to me, yeah. I want you to me,
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume. Go, go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game home is sorry. They say conversation rule the nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
Hotel shining stars, big dip, get a lot of haystack gang in the city.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mic check. Can everybody hear me?
Good morning, y'all. Give me a second.
I'll find a way to get through. Living without you, 'cause you were my sister, my strength, and my pride. Only God may know why. Still, I will get by.
All right, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Matt. Is you still up here?
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, y'all. Happy Sunday morning. I hope everybody's morning going good so far. So listen, I had to get this in today because I have some other things that we're gonna start on next week. But so while we were covering the trial that we just came off of, the Sean Grayson trial was going on. It was not televised. It was not fully televised, but I do have clips of what went on in the courtroom each day. Now, for those that remember, we covered this case when it first happened. Sonia Massey. Sonia Massey was a young lady that had called 911 for help. Eventually, we found out that Sonia Massey was suffering with some type of mental illness. She had contact with the cops earlier that day. If y'all want to go back in my content, you can go back and find where we covered this when it first broke. Long story short, Sean Grayson is the cop that ended up shooting her in her kitchen, unaliving her in her kitchen. Like I said, last week he went to trial. I think he was facing first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and some other charges. But we're going to get into all that because all that's going to be explained in the clips that I've gotten. So, what I'm going to do first, y'all, if y'all got any questions, put them in the chat. Like I said, we did cut. This is sort of kind of like an update because we did cover this case back when it first broke. Hey, Queen. Good morning, Miss Lynn, Miss B, and Keep It Cute. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate it. I think that's it. Yeah. And so, so what I'm going to do first, y'all, to just refresh y'all memories on the case and what actually happened that led up to this, I am going to play the video, the body cam footage that was released when all of this happened. And then once we play that, once we watch that, then I'll get into the clips of what happened each day this guy went to court. Now, I will say a verdict has been reached. It was not a long trial at all. It was not long. He was found guilty, but not of first-degree murder, but second-degree murder. From what I understand from the clips, Sonia Massey's family is not satisfied with the verdict. They felt like he should have gotten a first degree. But we'll get into all that as we listen to the clips or whatever. And then I think I got a clip where it's talked about the difference between him being convicted from a second-degree murder instead of first-degree murder. But anywho, we'll get into all that. So first, what we're going to do, and like I say, Matt, if you want to stop at any point, I think you was supporting Matt when we previously talked about this. I don't know, but
Nah, I wasn't too into it.
Okay.
The
Okay.
guy
So
was guilty. Yeah, I wasn't gonna pay no mind. He guilty.
okay. So well, while I'm playing the video, keep it cute. The link is on the community wall if you want to come up. Boo. I know it's Sunday. I know people may be multitasking, things of that nature. So I get it. But anybody want to come up? The link is on the community wall. Matt, if you got any questions or want to say anything while we view this body cam footage, just stop me. Just stop me and I'll stop and we'll talk. Okay. Hey, keep it cute.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone's. Good morning.
Not everyone's.
Yeah, I remember this case. Yes.
I know. We all, baby, we covered this. I'm talking about covered. So yeah, like I say, this trial was actually going on while we were in too deep in that other trial, but it was not televised. The I think his lawyers requested that it not be televised or something, but they eventually decided not to televise it. But like I said, I got this news channel that I follow that pretty much gave daily updates of what was going on in the courtroom. All right, so we're gonna get into that after we watch this. We did view this body cam footage back when it came out, I think last year, but we're going to refresh everybody's memory. We're going to play it again. All right, y'all. So let's get into this. Like I said, you got any questions, put them in the chat. Panel, if y'all want to stop me, just holler and I'll stop it and we'll talk. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all double tap the screen, like the live. Feel free to support the channel, all that good stuff. Okay. So let's get into it, y'all. Thank y'all again for being here. All right.
Sound check, sound check.
If I could recall when it first comes on, there's no sound. Give it a second.
Oh, I knew that.
Oh shit. He said, oh boy, no. Come on. sitting back there.
Where?
On the back door. I don't know if it's hers.
Oh, I'll tap it. So much more.
Pretty nice.
Contact her, just someone through a picture.
You want to try and call her 17 back here and let her know we're out front?
Yes, mess that up good. I hear a phone ringing. Yeah, but we're doing. You didn't see anybody out walking that way? Did you?
No, not when I came in.
I didn't see anybody that way. I hear her phone ringing and she's refusing to come to the door, so we're about to get grenade. She's dead, man.
Oh, let's hope not.
Is this a ring doorbell?
Yeah, it doesn't work though.
Good. Sheriff's office!
Two houses down. I think. Oh no, it's right here.
Put your drugs out. Go ahead. She was yelling inside. Just supposed to hold on. You come in the door or not? Alright, hurry up.
Stop town, bud.
Sheriff's office, the one you called.
Nobody was out here and I didn't go there. Please don't hurt me, y'all.
Oh, we heard you. You called us.
Okay,
We're not over here.
please.
So what'd you hear?
Somebody keeps outside my house, y'all. Please,
Is this your car over here?
please, God, please, God, please.
Is this your car over here? Oh,
Please, God.
that's not your black car in the driveway? Oh, well, we checked your yard. We walked around the whole block. We didn't see anybody. Right? You know, we don't. We checked the whole area. There's nobody out walking around.
I know, y'all. Please, God. I'm trying to get help, y'all, but
What do you need help with?
nothing. I just, please, God, please. I don't know what to do.
Do with what?
What do you need help with?
Nothing. I just wanted to see if I could help me.
What do you want help with?
Huh?
What do you want help with?
I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house. We checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards. We checked your front yard.
We didn't see nobody. So.
Nobody's out here.
You didn't see anybody?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
Checked the whole area.
okay.
What took you so long to answer the door?
Oh, I was trying to put on some clothes, sir. I'm sorry. I was trying to get.
I got you.
I'm
All right.
sorry.
Is there anything else we can do for you?
Huh?
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Doing all right mentally?
Yes.
Sure?
My medicine and stuff.
All right. Okay.
I love y'all. Thank y'all.
All right. That's not your black car, though. The SUV? Whose is it? You don't know? Someone just parked it in your driveway?
They brought it to my driveway.
And just left it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm at.
Yeah. 19 out of 20 clear.
Does anyone else live here with you?
Somebody else. Like,
David Mary 43556.
You got a name? You got an idea or something? Take your name real quick. Attach this. See who we spoke to.
okay.
Simple.
Hello? Yeah, I need, I got the sheriff department here, but I was calling for help from y'all.
Okay, are you there with me?
They're here in my house right now.
Okay, I'll let you go see talk to them.
No, hold on, wait a second, sir.
You can hang up, Conwell. That's good.
For what? You're there with the deputy, correct?
No, hold on, okay?
You can hang
Hold
up.
on for what?
Just 1 second, okay? Okay.
What's up?
I got some paperwork. Can you grab that Bible, please?
Yeah. Hey, I just need your name so we can get out of here. Was there any damage previous to your car?
Previous, yeah, it
Okay, what
was
was the damage?
a dent, I believe.
What about windows?
Oh, it was something that happened earlier.
Okay, perfect. What is your last name?
Uh,
Shouldn't have to think about your last name. You're not in trouble. I just need to text.
Massey.
Huh?
Massey.
Do you have an ID? That'd make things so much easier. I just need just driver's license will do, and then I'll get out of your hair.
I want to show y'all my paperwork.
I will
What?
get your paperwork.
What paperwork?
Okay. I got some paperwork.
Well, just get your ID.
Well, let's get your ID first, and then
One task at a time here.
Okay. Let me
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID. One task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID is.
You
send that
have.
stack right there, maybe.
1 second.
Check on her.
Let me get this.
No, we don't need a fire while we're here.
Right. Right. Let me see. Okay. Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Rebuke you in the name
You
of
better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face.
Okay, sorry.
Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot!
Shots fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Drop the fucking pot! Bring EMS now. We got a headshot wound to the female. Headshot wound to the female. 1078. Fuck.
I was on. I'm gonna go get my kit.
Now you headshot, bitch. You're done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot. God damn it.
God, fuck.
Dude, I'm not taking fucking boiling water in the fucking head. And look, it fucking came right to our feet, too. God damn it.
Fuck. God damn it.
You good?
I'm good. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Hold it up. Let her fucking just.
God.
Isn't that what you do, man?
Fuck.
You good? Alright. Fuck. Well, I mean, you know, what else do we do? I'm not taking hot boiling water to the fucking face, and it already reached us.
Fuck. They got a 52 en route?
Yeah, 1078. She's still breathing, but she's losing a lot of blood from the head.
I'll go get my med kit. Go get, yeah, hurry, get your med kit.
I mean, there's not much we can do.
We can at least try and stop the blood.
Come on. Where's he at? Come on.
She's still gasping a little bit.
We got EMS coming.
You want to hand me another rag up there? Up there, to your right. Right there.
Anything you can do before? Yeah. Alright, I'm not even gonna waste my med stuff then. You wanna run down real quick? Nope, not yet. Alright. House is clear. She was the only one.
Where's the gun?
No, she had boiling water and came at me with boiling water.
You shot her?
Yeah. She said she was gonna rebuke me in the name of Jesus and came out with boiling water. That's what all this is. I'm standing right here.
Alright.
And that's what she's landed.
What do you need from us?
Just nothing right now, just hang out.
I need You still want me holding this pressure?
Yeah. EMS is coming.
She's still gasping.
Okay.
She's still gasping a little bit.
All right.
Do you know where she's been hit?
I think in the eye.
What?
I think in the eye. I'm not for sure.
Find the blue blood pressure cup.
Don't move that if you can.
Copy.
And over here.
Where's she shot?
I think in the eye.
Okay.
That's where I've got the pressure
Do we
at.
have an extra one? That you can tell?
Not that I can tell.
All
No,
right. We'll move fast.
I can't feel one.
Go ahead and pat them short. No. This crime scene. Stay out. You got came out of the pilot ball. Make contact. You can't. Don't move that. You can't. Don't move that if you can.
Go back?
Yeah, it's okay. That got everything's under it.
Try not to move that bag. We'll take her out on the backboard so we don't have
Yeah,
to
we'll just leave it over here.
I need you guys over here.
Yep.
Make contact.
We need that backboard.
Where is it?
All right, go ahead and get that down. Get the buckles out of the way.
In the kitchen right
You
now.
guys grab the backboard.
Yep. Stay with him.
Yeah, she's still acting up her email. We'll get her on the backboard, get her in the back, get more. Please just try not to move this bag.
Try to move that back. Check. Did you catch that? I got some.
Try to move that bag.
It's in here. You got your nothing about her bread.
Can I move this bucket behind you?
Yeah, you're fine. I can't feel an exit wound. I'm not sure. I haven't seen one either.
Okay. Don't move that bag. Okay. Do we know what caliber weapon she shot with?
9 mil.
Okay. Right, backboard, let's go.
What are you trying to grab? Or do you want to go under there? I would say we just need to grab her, bring her up over the blood. Yeah.
Do you need me out of your way?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I got you got there, man.
Hey, County, do we have any idea who she is?
We were trying to ID her.
I think her name is Sandra. They were out there earlier.
I want to call her.
What's the chances you can go over to? That's it. need anything?
I'm good.
Okay. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right.
Thanks, so.
Absolutely.
Fuck, man. Fuck. I'm at my car. I'm good.
What's up, buddy? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, come here. What's this? Here, turn that off.
I was on. I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, headshot, dude. She's done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot. God damn it.
God, fuck.
Dude, I'm not taking fucking boiling water to the fucking head. And look, it fucking came right to our feet, too. God damn it.
God damn it.
You good?
I'm good. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Holstered up. Let her fucking just... There's nothing we can do, man.
Fuck.
You good? All right. Fuck. Well, I mean, you know, what else do we do? I'm not taking hot boiling water to fucking face, and it already reached us.
They got 52 in route?
Yeah, 1078. They're 18, she's still breathing, but she's losing a lot of blood from the head. I'll go get my med kit. I mean, there's not much we can do. Fuck! Do we got any call history with her being 1096? Will you explain why? Negative. She's in the kitchen. Just Sergeant, who? No. Let's just chill out here. Just Sarge right now.
Are you guys secure?
Yeah, we're secure.
Back cover.
No, it's just her in the house. She's 1096. Is there anything you think we can do for her? No. All right. I'm not even gonna waste my med stuff then. You want to run down real quick?
Nope, not yet.
All right. House is clear. She was the only one.
Where's he going?
No, she had boiling water and came at me with boiling water.
You shot her?
Yeah. She said she was going to rebuke me in the name of Jesus and came at me with boiling water. That's what all this is. I was standing right here.
All right.
And that's where he's landed.
What do y'all need from us?
Just nothing right now. Just hang out there for me. Thank you.
I need crank to the run across the house if you guys can. But other than that, that's I get.
Anything else, Oscar?
Me.
Oh, I didn't know what happened.
Yeah, I'm good. This fucking bitch is crazy.
He's got tape.
I think I got a roll.
Some guy stomp coming up.
You got enough? If not, I got a roll.
I'm running across the front here. Where do you want it?
I just around the house. You guys can go inside.
Okay. Grab bottom.
That's good. Yeah.
Take it off at the front of it.
Find the blue blood pressure cup.
Let's cut to the garbage cans.
Yep. Send it coming out.
Yeah.
Where's he at?
Inside with me. He's good. Yeah.
That's my fault, man. I didn't know.
No, dude, it was good. It fucking happened so goddamn quick that we didn't have time to fucking call shit out that it was me. And
Yeah, that's what I
Good
was trying to
shit.
figure out. Make sure we need to look for someone.
no, we're good. I think she set it up on purpose. So, here's what it is.
Get another breather on her.
He said don't go in.
Yeah. I have fucking choice.
Try not to move that bag. We'll take her out on a backboard so you don't have to move that.
Yeah, he's good, dude. I made sure he was good. Yeah, he was here for the whole thing.
No, he get hit.
No. We barely got missed.
I'll do that down and get set up.
I'll haul it in later.
Hey guys, grab the backboard. We're fine on this one.
I'm gonna chill in my car. I'm gonna chill in my car for a minute. I got it. Chill in my car. Camera off. Camera's off.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Matt Bednar. Monday will mark
Okay, y'all. So, called her a bitch and crazy. Okay. Might make sure y'all watching the chat. So that was the footage. That was the body cam footage of what happened that night. So now what we're about to get into. Anything you all want to say on the panel? Funby, I pretty much know how you feel about it. Matt, did you watch that, Matt?
It just got me pissed all over again.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Yep, I watched it.
What'd you think about that? That footage?
Hang 'em high at noon. I said, hang 'em high at noon.
Oh, hang 'em.
That dude, I mean, that dude. Now that's what you call racist. That's one of them. That's one of them racists right there.
Oh yeah. All right. So like I said, what we're about to do next is watch these clips of what happened daily in the courtroom. Like I said, this trial took place last week. At the same time, we were covering the Alicia Andrew trial, but it was not televised. It was not televised, but I found a news station that gave daily updates on what went on in the courtroom. So what I'm gonna do is play each clip, and after each clip, I'm going to stop it and see if we, and see if y'all want to talk about what we saw in the clip, and then we're just gonna take it from there. The clips are not that long. Basically, they just come on to give an update as to what went on in the courtroom that day. I will say this though, for those that's just joining, this guy was found guilty of not first-degree murder, but second-degree murder, and we're gonna get into all that when we get through watching the clips. Okay. All right. So let's go.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Matt Bednar. Monday will mark the beginning of the trial of former Sangamon County Sheriff who shot and killed Sonia Massey. Sean Grayson is charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. He was seen on body cam video shooting Massey while responding to a call about a prowler. Grayson was also fired from Sangamon County Sheriff's Office the same day charges were filed. And before the trial begins, News Channel 20's Spencer Davis joins us with who we can expect to take the stand at this point in time. Spencer?
Neither Grayson's team nor the prosecution have disclosed their full witness lists. However, we do know who will be called as expert witnesses for both the prosecution and the defense. Both the defense and prosecution will be focusing on the point of Grayson's use of force on July 6, 2024. Their expert witness choices reflect that. We'll start with the defense first. Grayson's team is planning to call 3 expert witnesses in the field of use of force incidents. Glenn Corbett is a current police officer, Kevin R. Davis, a retired officer, and a master sergeant in the Illinois State Police. The prosecution also filed 3 expert witnesses, 2 of them having backgrounds in policing. However, their third witness, Dr. Nathaniel Patterson, will speak about performing Massey's autopsy, as well as his background in forensic pathology. Both sides can file requests to partially exclude testimony, and the state has done just that with 2 of the defense's witnesses. They've asked the court to prevent Corbett from testifying as to legal conclusions, saying his opinion on case law could tell the jury what to do, which they say should not be allowed. They feel similarly for Davis, adding they want him prevented from testifying to medical matters as well. The prosecution says medical matters should be excluded from Davis's testimony because Davis is not a medical professional, nor does he have advanced medical training. It will be up to Judge Ryan Cadigan, who's presiding over the case, to decide if he'll side with the prosecution in their arguments. The trial begins Monday at 9 a.m. in Peoria, and Cadigan's decision on the matters will likely be announced then. I talked to State's Attorney John Milheiser on Friday afternoon about their full witness list. He said they'll likely file it on Monday morning. Reporting for News Channel 20, I'm Spencer Davis.
Thank you, Spencer. Our team will be providing extensive coverage inside and outside the courtroom in the coming days. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and X, or check out our website to stay up to date. Following public outcry over Sonia Massey's death, the Sangamon County Board set up a special commission designed to help improve relationships between law enforcement and the community. The Massey Commission has been operating since last year. They're currently preparing for their final public meeting before releasing their final report to the county board. The final meeting is set for October 27th and will be focused on mental health care during crisis calls. For more information on how you can attend, visit newschannel20.com. You can also get all your News 20 news delivered straight to your inbox. Sign up now for the newsletter at newschannel20.com.
Thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can see more videos from News Channel 20.
Thank you, Nick. After more than a year, the jury selection for the trial of the Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy who killed a Springfield woman in her home has officially started. Sean Grayson is facing first-degree murder in the death for Sonia Massey. Jury selection began earlier this morning in Peoria County. Our team is inside and outside of the Peoria County Courthouse, bringing you all the details. News Channel 20's Emily Jordan has what we can expect from the jury selection today.
The prosecution and the defense will spend the first days of the trial deliberating over who will make up Grayson's jury. Those called will need to answer a series of questions to determine if they will serve on the jury. Grisham County State's Attorney John McWard says the outcome of this trial could change the way law enforcement interacts with the public.
It's going to potentially change the dynamics of how police can be viewed. It's going to change the dynamics of how Illinois laws are going to be shaped in response to potentially this verdict, change societal views on how police should act in the community.
McWard expects the jury, once selected, to be sequestered off from the public rather than going home every day. He says one of the biggest challenges will be finding jurors who haven't made up their mind yet. McWard says questioning will likely be done in small groups. Reporting in Peoria, I'm Emily Jordan. Back to you.
Thank you, Emily. Now, Armoni Davis is inside the courtroom as we speak. We'll have updates later tonight. McWard says he wouldn't be surprised if it takes days to seat the jury. Peoria law enforcement agencies have finalized safety plans. Peoria County Sheriff Chris Watkins says safety planning started back in April when the news broke of the venue change. With an expectation of rallies and demonstrations, Sheriff Watkins says a full city block has been blocked off in front of the courthouse. He says the purpose is to provide an area for peaceful demonstrations and to keep the courthouse as safe as possible. Watkins says his department has been partnering with other law enforcement agencies on safety plans since day one.
Courthouse property is county property, but then everything around the courthouse is city property. So we have such a good relationship with Peoria PD. Once we found out this was happening, we've been collaborating with them, Peoria Fire, the courts. There's a lot of moving parts when it comes to this.
He went on to say that the department will also deploy drones to monitor the large crowds. Sheriff Watkins says there's a lot of stakeholders involved with keeping the community safe. He adds their agencies are completely okay with the demonstrations. Now that brings us to these demonstrations lining up outside of the courthouse. Our Spencer Davis joins us with a live and closer look.
Thanks, Mark. I'm outside of the Peoria County Courthouse where right now demonstrators have gathered outside of it to discuss what they want out of this trial. Right now, somebody is presenting. I'm going to step out so you get a look. It looks like about 50 or so people out here, and right now they're listening to someone talk about Sean Grayson's employment background. They're talking about, the different places he had worked at before he worked at Sangamon County. And now these people have, again, they've chanted throughout the day, and we expect these chants to kind of continue throughout. They're taking breaks here and there to hydrate, as well as just kind of connect with one another during this time. But for now, Mark, that's all I've got. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Spencer. Make sure to stay with News Channel 20 for the latest update on the trial. While cameras are not allowed in the courtroom, you can get live updates on our Twitter pages. We'll also have comprehensive coverage from the proceedings and the response from the community coming up tonight at News Channel 20 at 5. And you can head over to our website, newschannel20.com. Thank you, Nick. Now to the fatal phone call. Our news team is in Peoria. They have been live tweeting updates on X from the courthouse. Let's go to the scene outside of the Peoria County Courthouse where our Spencer Davis joins us live with a look at what's happening as jury selection continues. Spencer?
Thanks, Mark. And there is a little bit of a crowd behind me right now, but it's swelled and it's swayed, and it's right now they're kind of in between things. At 1 o'clock, we're supposed to have some speakers come out and kind of detail their experiences, whether it's from Sangamon County, Peoria County, or just incidences with the police that they've talked about previously. When I step aside, we have behind us right now. Again, not a whole bunch of people right now. It looks like some people were talking about going to get lunch maybe and then coming back again closer to that 1 o'clock hour when, again, there are some speakers scheduled and running about 1 to 4 there. But they have been chanting, and I would say from about 9 to 10 is where we saw the largest group of people out here, maybe around 75 chanting and demanding justice for Sonya Massey. But for now, Mark, that's all I have from outside of the protest. Or from outside the courthouse.
Windy day there in Peoria. Thank you, Spencer. The prosecution and defense have been working to prepare for this trial for months. Just a few weeks ago, the presiding judge ruled on what evidence will and won't be allowed to be presented to jurors. Among the evidence deemed inadmissible, Grayson's past DUI charge and past misconduct allegations with other law enforcement agencies. Now, make sure to stay with News Channel 20 for the latest update on the trial. Cameras are not allowed inside of the courtroom. You can get live updates on our Twitter page. Just follow us on Twitter at WICS. We will also have comprehensive coverage from the proceedings and the response from the community coming up tonight on our newscast, as well as over on our website, newschannel20.com.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20.
Even those who are guilty of here, we're here as much as possible to make sure that they're represented and that their interests are seen too.
After more than a year, the trial for the man charged in the shooting death of Sonya Massey is getting underway. Good evening. I'm Dawn Sterling.
And I'm Stacey Skrizak. Thanks for joining us. Jury selection wrap up for the Sean Grayson murder trial.
Our team in Peoria has been providing live updates on social media throughout the day. Right now, 9 white women and 1 black man and 2 white men make up the jury. A 4th batch of potential jurors were called in to be screened as alternates.
Tonight, we have team coverage. From Peoria, our Monique Davis was inside the courtroom when jury members were selected, and Spencer Davis has been with supporters today who are rallying outside for the Massey family.
First, let's send it over to Monique Davis, who joins us live to describe the energy of the courtroom today.
That's right. Although this is a well-anticipated trial, the courtroom was not as tense as you thought it would be. The man we've been showing you over the past year, a big and stocky former deputy, was not the same man who appeared in court today. In fact, he looked the opposite. Sean Grayson has completely thinned out and sat between his defense attorneys with black glasses and a bare-shaved face. As lawyers went through 4 batches of potential jurors, Grayson could not keep still. He would lean back and forth in his chair, fidget with his hands, and constantly scan the jury and the audience. Sonya Massey's dad, James Wilburn, was the only family member inside the courtroom and sat with a stoic face. He showed signs signs of brief discomfort when the prosecution provided context of how Sonya Massey died to the jurors. Grayson was only handcuffed once throughout the entire day and would often walk back into court with a laugh or smile. Opening statements will begin Wednesday, and the judge says the jury does not have to show up until then. On multiple occasions, Grayson would often stare at our team and even offer a slight smile. Reporting live from the Peoria County Courthouse, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thanks, Monique. Now, as you just heard, the jury will return Wednesday for opening statements. Tomorrow, the judge will hear pre-trial motions.
Grayson was indicted by a Sangamon County grand jury last year on July 17th. He's charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. Grayson was fired by the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office the same day charges were filed.
Our team continues its coverage outside of the courthouse.
News Channel 20 Spencer Davis has been at the demonstration since 9 this morning and joins us with what happened outside. Spencer?
The crowd about 70 earlier today as people chanted for justice for Sonya Massey. Now, some of these travelers came from various parts of the state, with some coming from Peoria, Bloomington, and even as far as Chicago. But we caught up with 2 members of the Purple Coalition, a Sangamon County-based organization, at the rally today.
Just a lot of emotions surrounding just the whole trial. We came out here to stand in solidarity with the family.
Traveling over an hour away to represent in person was important to the group.
The main thing is showing the Massey family that we have support for that. Being able to see Sante and him seeing some familiar faces, I think is really important, that he knows that support is there.
Both Standage and Pasha said they plan to be back at various points throughout the proceedings, along with other members from the area. Now, Sante Massey addressed the group of demonstrators as well this afternoon, thanking them for their support. But for now, that's all I have from Peoria County. I'm Spencer Davis reporting.
Thanks, Spencer. Now, demonstrators say they will be out again Wednesday, though Main Street between Jefferson and Adams will remain closed throughout the trial. And News Channel will bring you the latest from Peoria throughout the duration of the trial. Stay with us on air and on social media for live tweets and Facebook Live videos as we capture all the emotions and energy surrounding the case. Welcome back. We want to head back to Peoria, where jury selection just wrapped up for the day in the Sean Grayson murder trial.
All day, crowds have been gathered outside the courthouse in support of the victim's family. News Channel 20 Spencer Davis has been at a demonstration since 9 this morning and joins us now live with more. Spencer?
Thanks, guys. And yeah, this demonstration, these lasted about from 9 a.m. and I heard rumors that there were people even here as early as 6 in the morning. But however, that didn't, fully amount. There was maybe 70 people as early, at the peak of today. But it kind of started to peter out towards the end of the day. And once jury selection officially wrapped, people really had started to leave. Now, this road behind us has reopened. This is between Jefferson and Adams Street and Main Street here. It has reopened. But they do plan to close the road back up for demonstrations tomorrow if that is something that people show up to do. But it will be the street that people can demonstrate on for the remainder of this trial. But for now, reporting from Peoria County, I'm Spencer Davis. Back to you.
Thank you, Spencer. We'll be back in Peoria tomorrow and for the duration of the trial and bring you the latest both inside and outside of the courtroom. Stay with News Channel 20 online for complete coverage of the Sean Grayson trial. We have a crew inside the courtroom live tweeting the events as they occur.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20.
Thank you, Nick. After more than a year, the trial for the man charged in the shooting death of Sonya Massey is underway. It started with a fatal phone call. Sonya Massey called Sangamon County Police to report a prowler in her area. Sangamon County Deputy Sean Grayson and his partner were dispatched July 6, 2024. The situation became deadly when Sonya Massey moved towards a pot of boiling water and was fatally shot by Grayson. Sean Grayson is charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, official misconduct, aggravated battery with a firearm. Now, yesterday, a jury selection wrapped up for the Sean Grayson murder trial. Right now, 9 white women, 1 black man, and 2 white men make up the jury. A 4th batch of potential jurors were called in to be screened as alternates. The presiding judge also issued new rules to protect the jury and the integrity of the trial. The orders include several provisions that will last throughout the trial, including no jurors can discuss the case with anyone. Names of both prospective and seated jurors are confidential and they can't be identified. And loitering outside of the courtroom where the trial is taking place is prohibited. Day 2 of Sean Grayson's trial has wrapped for the day. The defense and the state argued which terms will be allowed to be used during the trial. On both sides, they agreed to not use the words justified, unlawful, and reasonable versus unreasonable. Our Monique Davis was in the courtroom and joins us with more. Monique?
That's right. We were in the courtroom for less than an hour, and things got pretty heated between the defense and Judge Ryan Cadigan. The defense and Judge Cadigan were going back and forth on what their expert arguments will be based on what standards they set for the courtroom. At one point, the defense tried to change the subject, and Cadigan raised his voice and said, "I need an answer to this question." Sonya Massey's dad was chuckling silently as this argument was going on with looks of disbelief. 2 other family members of Sonya's dad were looking at each other in disbelief. The courtroom was silent, and Sean Grayson was sitting between his defense team in a restless manner. He was wearing a black suit with black socks and brown shoes. He would continuously fidget with his shoes and ankles. Once court ended for the day, Grayson was handcuffed and taken back into custody. But as he was being handcuffed, he was staring down our team. Reporting live from the Peoria County Courthouse, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thank you, Monique. Our news team have been live tweeting updates from inside of the courtroom on our Twitter account since yesterday. These are all posts from this morning, proceedings as they were happening. Opening statements will begin tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. To stay up to date on all the court proceedings, make sure you follow us for the live tweeting on X. Grayson was indicted by a Sangamon County grand jury last year on July 17th. He's charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. Grayson was fired by the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office the same day the charges were filed. And make sure you don't miss any of our coverage of the trial throughout the week by heading over to our website, newschannel20.com. You can also get live updates on what's happening inside of the courtroom by following our Twitter/X account.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20. The trial for the former Sangamon County deputy who shot and killed a woman inside of her home wraps up day 2. Now, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Dawn Sterling.
And I'm Stacey Skryzak. Sean Grayson is charged with first-degree murder. He shot and killed Sonia Massey inside her Sangamon County home in July of 2024. The 31-year-old has been behind bars since his arrest.
During day 2, both sides argued which experts will be allowed to testify during trial and what each expert is allowed to testify about while on the stand. It started at 9 this morning and only lasted 55 minutes. The judge did rule the terms justifiable, unlawful, reasonable, and unreasonable cannot be used during the trial. News Channel 20's Monique Davis was in the courtroom this morning and joins us on News Channel 20 at 6 to explain the tense exchange between the judge and the defense. Opening statements are scheduled to start tomorrow morning at 9. The jury was seated Monday after a day-long selection process. The jury is made up of 9 white women, 1 black man, and 2 white men. 3 alternates were picked, 2 white men and 1 white woman.
Grayson was indicted on 5 charges, 3 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of aggravated battery, and 1 count of official misconduct. The state dropped the last 2 charges. He now only faces the 3 counts of first-degree murder. Now, these charges in connection with last year's shooting death of Sonia Massey. The Springfield mother of 2 called 911 to report a possible prowler near her home. 2 Sangamon County deputies answered that call.
Why would it hurt you? You called us.
While inside the home, body camera footage shows the heated exchange between Massey and Grayson. The video shows Grayson shooting Sonia Massey in her kin. Grayson says it was in self-defense because he feared she would throw a pot of boiling water on him.
Following this shooting, the Springfield community rallied for change. One of those efforts led to the creation of the Massey Commission. The goal is to work on recommendations to present to local and state officials on how law enforcement can build trust within the community through accountability and transparency. During the month of October, the Massey Commission has been hosting feedback sessions.
Accountability really means that this community is saying, you have to tell us why we've been harmed, and you have to tell us how you're going to do better. And that question's been asked but never really answered, and I think that the Massey Commission is going to force it now.
The commission is hosting its final feedback session tomorrow night. It's happening at CAP 1908 from 5:30 to 7 p.m. As we mentioned, opening arguments are set for tomorrow at 9 in the morning. Our team will be in the courtroom providing live updates on X with what's being said. Follow us on social media as well as stay up to date on air during our newscasts and online at newschannel20.com.
We're hoping for justice. We're hoping for, we're hoping that God answers our prayers. We're still hurt, but we're expecting the right outcome.
The trial for former Sangamon County deputy who shot and killed a Springfield woman inside her home wraps up day 2. Good evening, and thanks for being here tonight at 6. I'm Dawn Sterling.
And I'm Stacey Skryzak. Sean Grayson is charged with first-degree murder. He shot and killed Sonia Massey inside her Sangamon County home in July of 2024. The 31-year-old has been behind bars since the arrest.
The defense and the state argued which terms will be allowed to be used during the trial. On both sides, they agreed not to use the words justified, unlawful, and reasonable versus unreasonable.
Our Monique Davis was inside the courtroom. She joins us with more. Monique.
That's right. We were in the courtroom for less than an hour, and things got pretty heated between the defense and Judge Ryan Cadigan. The defense and Judge Cadigan were going back and forth on what their experts' arguments will be based on what standards they set for the courtroom. At one point, the defense tried to change the subject, and Cadigan raised his voice and said, "I need an answer to this question." Sonia Massey's dad was chuckling silently as this argument was going on with looks of disbelief. 2 other family members of Sonia's dad were looking at each other in disbelief. The courtroom was silent, and Sean Grayson was sitting between his defense team in a restless manner. He was wearing a black suit with black socks and brown shoes. He would continuously fidget with his shoes and ankles. Once court ended for the day, Grayson was handcuffed and taken back into custody. But as he was being handcuffed, he was staring down our team. Reporting live from the Peoria County Courthouse, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thanks, Monique. Now, opening statements will begin tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. To stay updates on the court proceedings, make sure to follow us on X. Now, Grayson was indicted on 5 charges. 3 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of aggravated battery, and 1 count of official misconduct. The state dropped the last 2 charges. He now only faces the 3 counts of first-degree murder.
These charges are connection with last year's shooting death of Sonia Massey. A Springfield mother of 2 called 911 to report a possible prowler near her home. 2 Sangamon County deputies answered that call.
Oh, it hurts you. You called us.
While inside the home, body camera footage shows the exchange between Massey and Grayson. The video shows Grayson shoot Massey in her kitchen. Grayson says it was in self-defense because he feared she would throw a pot of boiling water on him. Now, the jury was seated Monday after a day-long selection process. The jury is made up of 9 white women, 1 black man, and 2 white men. 3 alternates were picked, 2 white men and 1 white woman. You don't want to miss any of our special coverage of this trial throughout the week by heading over to our website, newschannel20.com. You can also get live updates on what's happening inside the courtroom by following our X account.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20.
Thank you, Nick. Today is a big day in the murder trial for the former Sangamon County deputy who shot and killed Sonia Massey inside her home. Right now, statements have been concluded and the first witness has been called. Yesterday, both sides argue which experts will be allowed to testify and what they're allowed to testify about. The judge did rule the terms justifiable, unlawful, reasonable, and unreasonable cannot be used during the trial. Right now, we're taking a live look outside the courtroom in Peoria County. Now, the trial started at 9 this morning as both sides presented opening statements. We'll be checking back in on what's happening in the next half hour. Now, here are a few of the tweets from our team inside the courtroom this morning. Right now, they are sitting in on opening statements by the prosecution and defense. While cameras are not allowed in the courtroom, we will continue to post any updates such as this on your screen, on X, and online as they happen. Now, this trial is one of the most closely watched trials to come out of Sangamon County recently. It all stems from a 911 call placed by Sonia Massey in July of 2024 to report what she believed to be a prowler. Deputies searched around her home on Hoover Avenue and then made contact with Massey. After a brief conversation with the deputies, they went into the home with Massey to document the call. That is when they noticed a pot of boiling water on the stove. Massey gets up to check on the pot as Grayson says he's worried about a potential fire.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
Right.
Are you going? Huh? Where you going? Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from the hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
That was the moment Grayson drew his weapon, telling Massey to drop the pot of boiling water and ultimately shooting her. 11 days later, on July 17th, charges were filed against Grayson and he turned himself in. That same day, then Sangamon County Sheriff Campbell announced Grayson's employment had been terminated. And since then, there has been multiple court appearances, laws introduced, settlements made, and community organizations founded. The case gained national attention when President Joe Biden releasing a statement at the time calling for justice. Sangamon County began its efforts for reform just 2 months after Massey's death, when it announced the formation of the Massey Commission, and now that commission is just days away from handing over its final report and recommendations. But as our Emily Jordan reports, they're still looking for some community input. Emily?
Officials say that all are welcome to voice their concerns and recommendations tonight before the Massey Commission. Dr. Kelly Hurst, the managing director for the Massey Commission, says it's a crucial step that will form their final recommendations. The work group will expand on what integrated mental health services would look like in Sangamon County.
And integrated mental health is really to look at how are those services connected and how are those people actually prepared to do that work within every community, not just the ones that we think pay more taxes and deserve better.
Over the past year, some of the biggest changes the Massey Commission has pushed for include the recall of a Sangamon County sheriff, changes to the hiring process at Sangamon County Sheriff's Office, and the creation of a mental health board in Sangamon County. And next week will mark the final Massey Commission meeting on October 27th, where officials say they'll finalize their report of recommendations. I'm Emily Jordan. Back to you.
Thank you, Emily. The meeting will start tonight at 5:30 p.m. at the CAP 1908 building.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20.
Developing news tonight out of Peoria, where jurors are hearing testimony in the first-degree murder trial of former Sangamon County Deputy Sean Grayson. Good evening. I'm Stacey Skryzak. Grayson shot and killed Sonia Massey in her home in July of 2024. Body camera footage shows Grayson shing Massey, saying he was afraid she was going to throw a pan of boiling water at him. Charges were filed a short time later, and Grayson has been behind bars ever since. Well, we have live team coverage tonight, including a look at today's testimony, a breakdown of the atmosphere in the courtroom, and reaction to the jurors selected for the case. We begin tonight with our Dawn Sterling live in Peoria. Dawn?
Stacey, opening statements started this morning shortly after 9 a.m. with Sangamon County State's Attorney John Millhiser addressing the jury. He provided a timeline of the day Sonia Massey was shot and killed. Millhiser explained the 3 counts of first.
I noticed y'all something. I know y'all noticed. This me talking loud, y'all. I know y'all noticed some repetitiveness in what they're saying. I get it. I know it's probably a little irritating, but you know, when we put these clips together, sometimes you're gonna get the repeating of what happened, who's involved, and things of that nature. So I just want to make that clear. Does the panel want to say anything before I cut it back on? Yeah, I probably multitasking.
I'm sitting here listening.
Okay, because these clips haven't really got into it. So I'm just playing them, y'all. And it's going to be some repeating. But, hey, Tiffany.
First-degree murder. Count 1 alleges Grayson intended to kill Massey. Count 2 states he knew his actions would kill her. And Count 3 covers an act and knowing there is a strong probability of causing great bodily harm or death. Next up, defense attorney Dan Foltz addressed the jury. He is the defense attorney. He addressed juries. He told them, quote, "There is no crime if you decide the shooting was lawful," end quote. Foltz also went on to say what happened to Massey was a tragedy, but not a crime. Witnesses then called today included State Police Lieutenant Eric Weston, Sangamon County Dispatcher Catherine Martin, and retired Sangamon County Deputy Chief Anthony Mayfield. But perhaps the most powerful testimony today, and the most interesting, honestly, to take the stand so far, is Deputy Dawson Farley. He is a Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy. He was Sean Grayson's partner the night Massey was killed. Farley described his relationship with Grayson as a work friendship. He said he did not see Massey as a threat, saying he only drew his weapon because he was trained to back his partner. Farley also testified Grayson told him not to bother getting his medical bag and rendering aid after Massey was shot. The defense focused on the discrepancies between Farley's initial report on July 9th and when he reached out to clarify his statements on August 6th. Grayson, of course, was indicted in between those dates on July 17th. All right, we have team coverage tonight. Our Monique Davis joins me now live here. She has been since the start of the trial, when you have been here through when they interviewed jurors and all of that stuff. Today, his partner took the stand, the man who was there with him that night. What was Grayson's reaction?
Yeah, Dawn, honestly, I tell you, he really didn't even have a reaction. Grayson sat with a straight face and he was staring at Farley, and he even took some notes while he was giving the testimony. And even while Farley was talking, he would even glance back and look at his family members. And he was fidgeting in his chair, but he wasn't as restless as he was the last 2 days.
Okay, so now that this is underway and we're starting to hear witness testimony, we're starting to hear these opening statements, his family is here and Sonya Massey's family is here. So what was his family's reaction when the partner was describing, hey, I was just there to back up my partner?
So when it came to when Farley testified that he was scared of Grayson's actions and wanted to do right by the family member, by the Sonya Massey's family, one family member for Grayson actually smirked and shook her head. And that same reaction, Shadia Massey, Sonya Massey's cousin, she actually cried when he said that he wanted to do right by the family. And the other Massey families, they sat with a straight face, they looked forward, and Donna Massey, Sonya Massey's mom, she looked forward, she leaned forward, and she was trying to catch on to everything Farley was saying.
Okay, so now let's move on to after lunch. The body camera video was shown. How were the jurors? What was the jurors' reaction to that?
So the jury, they were watching intently. They were taking notes, they were staring, but one of the jurors actually stopped looking when they showed Sonya Massey's body. The footage was unedited, so he clearly looked very uncomfortable. He would look down, and then once the body cam footage showed that it was no longer focused on Sonya Massey's body, that's when he tried to look back up. But there were even times in the back of the jury where jurors were passing out tissues to one another.
All right, good to hear. And we're going to hear a lot more from Monique. You have been here throughout this trial so far, and you will continue to be. Thank you so much for that. Once again today, Massey family supporters actually rallied right here outside of the courthouse in Peoria. They encourage others to attend. Come rally. In fact, when I pulled up, they were doing a rally and they were chanting and they were saying this is justice for Sonya and we need a conviction. They encourage others to attend, but stress that these gatherings should remain peaceful. They started actually wrapping up about 4:45 for the day, and they will be back out here tomorrow. Now, following the shooting, the Springfield community rallied for change, leading to the creation of the Massey Commission. The goal is to present recommendations to local and state officials on how law enforcement can build trust with the community. During the month of October, the Massey Commission has been hosting feedback sessions and will host its final one tonight. This is happening at CAP 1908 from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Again, if you're interested in going, you can go out there and have your say. These are feedback sessions. As the trial gets underway, members of the commission are questioning the makeup of the jury, though, of course, and we told you all about that yesterday. There's a lot of white women, white men, one black man. So News Channel 20's Emily Jordan continues our team coverage now.
I spoke to Dr. Kelly Hurst, the managing director for the Massey Commission, who told me she's disappointed with the final turnout of Sean Grayson's jury. As we've reported, the final jury selection isn't statistically representative of Peoria County's demographics, with a majority white jury. That includes the initial jury pool as well, from which all jurors were selected from. Only one of the jury members is a person of color, including the alternates.
The whole reason that we're here is for love of Sonya Massey and her family, and a community that said that that's not good enough for us. To not include their voices is diametrically opposed to what the Massey Commission was formed for, to actually listen to those voices. It just means that this is another voice, another population that is not being heard from once again.
Dr. Hurst said that she's looking forward to seeing what the rationale was for the final jury selection. She argues that it's not as if Peoria County didn't have black women in the county who could have served. Earlier this week, I spoke to Christian County State's Attorney John McWard about how the jury selection process works. McWard says both the prosecution and defense are looking for jury members to appeal to their argument. I asked how those influences are balanced to keep jury selection fair.
It's really based on just the jury pool. So it's not strategically we're sending jury subpoenas to one neighborhood over the other. It's supposed to be a fair cross section. Whether or not a fair cross-section, we don't know what that's going to be.
McWard explains the jury selection is a randomized process, usually based on voter registration data, but it doesn't always guarantee a diverse jury. I'm Emily Jordan reporting.
Thanks, Emily. There were 48 potential jurors interviewed. Now, we'll have more information on the feedback session for you tonight coming up on News Channel 20 at 10. And be sure to follow on X, where we are tweeting live updates from inside the courtroom of all of what's being said and all of what is happening. And we're going to provide you live updates throughout this trial. You can also stay with us on air and online, newschannel20.com, for all the latest information on this trial. But for now, that'll do it for me here in Peoria County. I'm Dawn Sterling, live at the Peoria County Courthouse. Stacey, back to you.
All right, thanks, Dawn. You can get a recap of day 3 over on our website, as Dawn mentioned. Here's a live look right now where you can see all the updates with the timestamps, major details in bold print. Just head over to newschannel20.com. Coming up at 6, we get a breakdown of the prosecution's witness list. Our Spencer Davis gives us a look at who could take the stand during this trial. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stacey Skryzak. Day 3 of the trial against former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy is over. The day started just after 9 this morning and was over by 3 this afternoon. But there was a lot of information jammed into those 6 hours. We have team coverage tonight. News Channel 20's Dawn Sterling joins us from outside of the Peoria County Courthouse. Monique Davis joins us with a recap of what happened inside the courtroom. And Spencer Davis joins us in studio with a breakdown on the prosecution's witness list. We want to begin tonight with our Dawn Sterling. And Dawn, opening statements, they didn't take very long this morning.
They certainly did not, Stacey. All said and done, both the prosecution and the defense opening statements were done by 9:30 this morning. State's attorney for Sangamon County, John Milhiser, went first. His lasted about 9 minutes. During his statement, he said Grayson is guilty of first-degree murder because he did not follow training procedures or policies. Grayson's defense lawyer, Dan Fultz, opening statement was also just about 9 minutes long. He said Grayson believed he was in danger, and that's why he fired his service weapon. One of the most anticipated witnesses of the day and that took the stand today was Grayson's former co-worker. This is a picture of Dawson Farley from 2023 when he was sworn in as a Sangamon County deputy. Now, Deputy Dawson sees home the night she was killed. You never have seen Farley on body camera, though, because Grayson did not have his body camera on at the time of the shooting. During his testimony, Farley said he never felt threatened by Massey. We're joined by News Channel 20's Monique Davis. Now, Monique, you were in the courtroom all day and you watched Deputy Farley's testimony. How was actually Massey's family's reaction to Farley's testimony?
Yeah, Dawn. So overall, they were all looking straight-faced. They had stoic faces. They were paying attention very intently. Sonia Massey's mom, Donna, she was sitting up and listening, hanging on to every word that he was saying. Now, as far as Shadia Massey, that's Sonia Massey's cousin, she started crying when Farley testified that he wanted to do right by Sonia Massey's family and that he was actually scared of Sean Grayson's actions.
Wow. Okay. And then let's talk about now the other big thing was the jury was shown for the first time the full unedited version of the body camera footage that was really taken. And so tell me a little bit about what the jurors' reaction was to that.
So they were staring at the body camera footage very intently. Some were taking notes, while one, when you saw Sonia Massey's body on the ground, and as you said, it's unedited, one juror stopped watching because it clear he was in distress. He looked down and he was just staring at the ground. And then once it got further in, you could see tissues being handed out to the back of the jury.
Okay. Now, what was Sean Grayson's reaction to the body cam video being shown?
So Grayson only glanced up to watch the camera footage 3 times. The rest of the time he was staring down at the ground. He did not want to look up, and yes, he was staring at the ground.
Okay. And what about to Farley's testimony?
He was staring at him very intently. He was a little fidgety, but he wasn't as restless as he was a couple of days ago. And he was taking notes, but mainly just staring at his old partner.
All right. Certainly an emotional day in court, for
Definitely.
sure. All right.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Monique. Now, Farley was one of 4 witnesses to take the stand today. More will take the stand tomorrow at 9 a.m. Lieutenant Eric Weston took the stand first today. He works for criminal investigations for Illinois State Police. He was in charge of the shooting investigation. Catherine Barton, a Sangamon County dispatcher, was the second to testify today. Farley was the third. And the last was retired Deputy Chief Anthony Mayfield. Now, he determined Grayson violated Sangamon County Sheriff's Department policy. There are a total of 20 people listed on the prosecution's list of witnesses, and we're still waiting for the defense's list, and we might not get that until the day the defense starts their testimony. So we are bringing in Spencer Davis now to go over who else may be called by the state in the trial of former Sangamon County Deputy Sean Grayson. Spencer?
Yeah, Don, 16 people remain after today's testimony in terms of who could be called, with those having backgrounds in law enforcement. We'll start with those currently serving. 2 lieutenants from the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office may testify at some point during the trial. And 6 members could take the stand from Illinois State Police, and they have various titles, as you can see right there on your screen. Now, it's not just current members of law enforcement being asked to testify. The prosecution plans to call retired and former members of law enforcement from around the area and across the country. These people include the state's expert witnesses, hailing from Georgia and South Carolina. Retired Sangamon County Sheriff Sergeant Jim Hayes could take the stand, as well as a retired sergeant from Elgin, a retired chief from LaGrange, Georgia, and a current professor who previously served as an officer from South Carolina. The prosecution could also call people who work in various fields who collaborate with law enforcement. The last 4 witnesses work in dispatch, the Illinois State Police Crime Lab, and pathology. Dr. Nathaniel Patterson is one of the expert witnesses who could be called by the prosecution. Dr. Patterson is a forensic pathologist and performed Sonia Massey's autopsy. 2 additional members of Sangamon County's Central Dispatch could testify as well as a member from the Illinois State Police Crime Lab who could testify about the firearm used by Grayson. And we haven't seen the defense list yet. We will bring their list when we get it. Reporting for News Channel 20, I'm Spencer Davis.
All right, thank you, Spencer. And again, more witness testimony starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. here at the Peoria County Courthouse. And our Monique Davis does actually tell me that things are moving along at a nice clip here, so for this trial. There was a scene outside of the courthouse today. Again, members of those who support the Massey family and justice for Sonia Massey were out here rallying outside the Peoria County Courthouse. They encourage other people to attend, but stress that these gatherings should remain peaceful. Following the shooting, the Springfield community rallied for change, leading to the creation of the Massey Commission, as you know. The goal was to present recommendations to local and state officials on how law enforcement could have a better relationship and a better rapport with the local community. Now, during the month of October, the Massey Commission has been hosting feedback sessions for the public, and it's hosting its final one right now. That's happening right now at CAP 1908, and it's going on until 7 p.m. And right now, you're having a live look at that meeting. We'll have more from that feedback session tonight for you on News Channel 20 at 10. And be sure to follow us on X, as we are in the courtroom and we are live tweeting what is happening as it is happening, so that you technically can know what's happening as it's happening. That will be throughout the trial. And you can also stay up to date with us on air and online, newschannel20.com. And for now, that'll do it for me live at the Peoria County Courthouse. Dawn Sterling, Stacy, back to you.
All right, thank you, Dawn. Tonight, and our Spencer Davis joins us again with reaction from both Massey and Grayson's families, as well as the reaction from the jury when the body camera footage was played in court. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20. Good evening. It was an emotional day in court as we end the third day of the trial of Sean Grayson. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stacey Skryzak. Today, attorneys for the defense prosecution gave their opening arguments before calling witnesses. The court was also shown the full body camera footage showing the moments leading up to and following former Deputy Grayson shooting and killing Sonia Massey. Both the defense and prosecution took 9 minutes each for their opening statements, with Sangamon County State's Attorney John Milhiser saying Grayson is guilty of first-degree murder because he did not follow standard training and procedures. Grayson's defense attorney Daniel Foltz said Grayson fired his gun because he believed he was in danger in his own statement. 4 witnesses were also called today: Illinois State Police Lieutenant Eric Weston, Sangamon County Dispatcher Catherine Barton, retired Sangamon County Deputy Chief Anthony Mayfield, and Grayson's partner during the shooting, Sangamon County Deputy Dawson Farley. Now, today in court, the most powerful moments were those when the jury was shown body camera footage of Sean Grayson shooting and killing Sonia Massey. For some in the audience,
the second day of testimony has now begun in the trial for the former Sangamon County.
Hold on.
Sonia Massey could have survived. That was the testimony from the forensic pathologist who performed Massey's autopsy. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Dawn Sterling.
And I'm Stacey Skryzak. The trial for former Sangamon County Deputy Sean Grayson just wrapped its 4th day, the second day of testimony.
Grayson is on trial for first-degree murder. He shot and killed Sonia Massey inside of her home in July of 2024. Prosecutors say Grayson violated policing standards. His attorneys say it was a tragedy, but it doesn't amount to first-degree murder.
Now, in all, 6 witnesses took the stand today. The 4th one, Dr. Nathaniel Patterson, performed Massey's autopsy. He testified Massey could have survived the shooting if medical treatment had been provided sooner and bleeding had been controlled. Sean Grayson never attempted to control the bleeding. In fact, he told his partner, Deputy Dawson.
Y'all hear that? You hear that? Keep it cute.
Yeah, I kind of thought that in the beginning when we was doing this, because he gave no regards to go over there to assist any type of medical attention to her.
He even tried to deter the partner. Remember he told the partner.
Yeah, it's a headshot. She gone.
And so but the partner did eventually go over there and control the bleeding and stuff, but it took a minute.
Yeah,
it took a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you said that when we was listening before because she was still gurgling, like she didn't die right off. Remember we talked about that.
Mm-hmm. He didn't give a damn.
Right,
No,
he wanted
he
her
didn't
to
give a
pass. He wanted her to pass.
Right.
If you're not gonna go over there, okay, cool. But he even tried to stop his partner from going over there helping her.
Mm-hmm.
He actually said, "We do this." I believe I heard that.
Yeah, he said it. He said it.
Yeah, and that's when I was like, "Shit, get him." I was done with it after
and
that.
the fact that it was no rhyme or reason for you to shoot that woman just because she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." That's what shook his soul.
Girl, so it's kind of find out if they had to put a rush on it, like for real. Because to me, honestly, they took their time even calling for help. You know what I'm saying? So to know that she could have survived, man, if they just had to deal with people do. She's a human being. You shoot. Not only do you shoot this woman, you say, "Oh, she's done. That's a head wound. She's done." And then you try to deter the man. Lord, see.
Even the captain didn't even fall for that when he asked him what happened in the when he was coming out the kitchen. He's like, what happened? Because he was looking down at the water. It's like it wasn't lining up with him right there at that moment.
She could have survived, y'all.
She said she was gonna rebuke me in the name of Jesus and throw the water on me. What?
That woman didn't even touch that damn pot, if I could recall. I'm upset, y'all, because she could have lived had they just.
He had no reason to pull out his weapon. Period. The end.
Right. Because the other man,
she let him know that. Why would I throw water on you? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the other cop testified the only reason why he pulled his gun is because old boy pulled his. So if he didn't feel the need to pull his gun, there was no danger.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He didn't feel no danger.
No, he didn't feel.
He wanted to harm that woman.
Narcissist ass. I see Prison Life show taking a toll on his little scrumpy ass.
How many times did your ass get jumped?
Come on.
Because you know, in the prisons, they don't like
that to her. You did that to her. This is a high profile case. And you're a cop. Oh, you get your ass whooped daily.
And how many people in that jail did you put there?
Absolutely.
They gonna make sure he dead before they kill him. As far as what I mean, they gonna starve him first before they take him out.
My God, today. I don't wish death on nobody, but I just know how it is in these, well, you know, from what we hear, that you know, cops in prison, that ain't no pretty thing. That ain't no pretty thing, honey.
Because I'm quite sure it's at least one person in there that you put in there.
Wow. And it seemed like he was a nasty cop. Like he was one of them cops that, you know, they pull you over, whatever. Okay, you arrest me, but he seemed like one of them cops that, you know, they're like a dirty cop. You know how them dirty cops treat you and they do dirty shit? That's what he seemed like to me. And he probably got a lot of motherfuckers he don't fuck with.
Yeah, he done used his power. He used his power. Yep.
I saw that right off bat.
Yes. Even how he was talking to her.
Oh, is your
Look
mental
how he was
okay?
talking to her.
Why did he ask her, is your mental okay?
Because he knew, like we said back then, she was what do we call it? Tagged. That woman was tagged in the system. She was tagged because that, for one, that wasn't the first time she had called cops.
Right.
It was on record that this woman had mental issues. They knew this going to her house. They knew this. Remember, we got into all that.
Yep.
Come back to me now. We talked about all that. He knew when he pulled up. That's why he asked her that question, and that's why when he called dispatch, he gonna try to bag himself up by saying, but remember he asked the dispatch, was there any history? It was some type of code they used, but basically what he was asking the dispatch, is there any history of mental illness with her?
Yep.
He knew that. He already knew that. All right, y'all. I'm gonna push play, but I had to say something about that. I mean, the woman could have survived.
Yeah, she could have.
Damn.
Nelson Farley not to worry about getting his med kit because it was a headshot.
See?
I'm gonna go get my kit. Headshot, bitch. You're done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
Farley did try to control the bleeding. 2 minutes after the shooting, Farley grabbed a towel from the kitchen counter and put it on Massey's head.
Wow.
Dr. Pattison was on the stand for 44 minutes. During his testimony, photos of Massey's autopsy were displayed on the screen.
News Channel 20's Monique Davis was inside the courtroom during the testimony. She joins us live in Peoria with the latest. Monique.
That's right. The autopsy photos were very difficult to look at. And Sonia Massey's family, some of them walked out of the courtroom as the photos flashed across the screen. The jury and audience viewed photos detailing Massey's gunshot wound. Dr. Pattison testified the bullet entered Massey's face under her left eye and exited the left side of her neck. The bullet didn't go through her brain, but it cut the left carotid artery in half. Not much emotion from the jury, but multiple members of the Massey family covered their eyes, cried, or quickly exited the room. Sonia's dad remained stoic, even though his eyes were red. Now, Sean Grayson shifted from looking at the photos to staring at the ground or even taking notes. And some of Grayson's supporters glanced at the Massey family or closed their eyes. Reporting live from the Peoria County Courthouse, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thanks, Monique. Now, during cross-examination, Grayson's attorneys noted Massey had marijuana and gabapentin in her system, both depressants. Gabapentin is mainly prescribed to treat nerve pain. The defense says both could cause distorted perception and cause effects to the nervous system. Now, other witnesses today included 2 crime scene investigators with the Illinois State Police. Hallie Carls-Miller, who is an expert of firearm and tool mark identification and works in the ISP crime lab, Dr. Nathaniel Patterson, retired Sergeant Anthony Regato. He's been a crisis intervention instructor since 2006 and a retired police chief from LaGrange, Georgia, Lou Dekmar. Dekmar testified on police policy and procedure.
Sonia's children were at the courthouse today. Her son Malachi entered the courtroom during the first witness's testimony. Her daughter Summer did not, but sat in the gallery, but instead stayed in the hallway. Now, a juror has been dismissed from the trial. Our team was in the courtroom, and it says it was because of a personal problem. We're working to determine if it was one of the original 12 jurors or one of the alternates. Stay with us on our website and follow us on social media as we provide more information as it becomes available. Tonight at 6, as the Sean Grayson murder trial continues in Peoria County, our Mark Hespin breaks down how many law enforcement officers are convicted when they face criminal charges for their actions while on duty.
Well, Sonia Massey's death has been impacting Sangamon County since she was killed last year in July, including the creation of the Massey Commission. Our Emily Jordan joins us in studio with more.
Around 35 people attended the last community listening session for the Massey Commission Wednesday night, including some of our alderpersons and members of the Massey family. Dr. Kelly Hurst, the managing director, says that although the commission will sunset after its last meeting Monday, she's heard from the community that the work isn't over.
What I heard in the room was we need more. Like, this isn't enough. And also, this room really tonight could not even contain all of the things that we needed to talk about. This is not the ending of it. This is just, we're finishing one portion, and the next portion belongs to the people.
Dr. Hurst says we can expect the commission to vote on its 26 calls to action by Monday. Some of those ideas include adopting a small business corridor on the east side, expanding crisis response teams, 988 aligned civilian crisis teams, campaigns to educate the community about their rights, and more. Dr. Hurst says once Monday's meeting is over, the real work begins. I'm Emily Jordan. Back to you.
Thanks, Emily. Now, the last Massey Commission meeting will be October 27th, starting at 6 p.m. at the Memorial Health Learning Center.
And make sure you don't miss any of our trial coverage throughout the week by heading over to our website, newschannel20.com. You can also get live updates on what's happening inside the courtroom by following our X account. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Dawn Sterling.
And I'm Stacey Skrzak. Shocking information out of the courtroom today. An expert witness says Sonia Massey could have survived the gunshot wound if Good evening. I'm Stacey Skrzak.
And I'm Dawn Sterling. Sonia Massey could have survived. That was the testimony from the forensic pathologist who provided.
Thank you, Matt. And now to the murder trial that stemmed from a fatal phone call to law enforcement. Court began earlier today at 9 a.m. The trial for Sean Grayson is now in its 5th day since the trial started. We've heard witness testimony from the other deputy who responded to Massey's call along with Grayson, who said he didn't feel threatened by Massey. And yesterday we learned shocking information from an expert witness that Sonia Massey could have been saved. In all 6 witnesses today, the stand yesterday, the 4th one, Dr. Nathaniel Patterson, performed Massey's autopsy. He testified Massey could have survived the shooting if medical treatment had been provided sooner and bleeding had been controlled. Sean Grayson never attempted to control the bleeding. In fact, he told his partner, Deputy Dawson Farley, not to worry about getting his med kit because it was a headshot.
I'm gonna go get my kit. No, head's up, bitch. You're actually done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
Farley did try to control the bleeding. 2 minutes after the shooting, Farley grabbed a towel from the kitchen counter and put it on Massey's head. One of the most compelling pieces of testimony was from Deputy Farley. He also spoke about Grayson telling him not to bother getting his medical bag. Farley described his relationship with Grayson as a work friendship and said he did not see Massey as a threat, saying he only drew his weapon because he was trained to back his partner. Also happening on Thursday, a juror has been dismissed from the trial. Our team in the courtroom says it was because of a personal problem. We're working to determine if it was one of the original 12 jurors or one of the alternatives. Now we're taking a look at the latest post on our X account. Our Monique Davis has been sitting inside the courtroom all week, posting live updates and reporting on all the latest developments in the trial. Make sure to stay with us on our website and follow us on social media as we provide more details as they become available. You can also get live updates on what's happening inside the courtroom by following our X account. Thank you, Matt. We're now in the third day of testimony in Sean Grayson's murder trial. He's facing 3 counts of first-degree murder.
See, I can't do all this repair. Ooh. What day had we gotten up to, y'all? Wasn't it like the 4th or the 5th day? All this stuff is repetitive.
I think so, but how many days did it take for them to
I
come
think
up
it was
with-
like 6. I don't. If it took a week, I think that's about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a long trial at all. I'm just gonna if the repetitiveness don't bother y'all, I'll let it keep playing. I won't keep skipping. I just see, because this news station, they come live like they be in court all day, and they come live like 2 or 3 times a day, and then they repeat stuff though. You know what I mean? Like they repeat stuff. So I'm just gonna let it play because the clips are not that long. Because I really want to. Let me see. Yeah, I think it was from here. I think it was. How many days did that trial last? It couldn't have been a week. I can't tell by these titles, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna
Tanya
let it play.
said she believes the 4th day. Okay.
We were on the
So,
4th
day.
day.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let me go because they repeating the same.
She said it was a fast trial. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it was very fast, y'all. Yeah. Okay, so that was the 3rd. Let's go. Let's see what they say.
Good evening. I'm Stacey Skryzak. Day 5 in the murder trial for the former Sangamon County deputy is
Okay,
over.
I'm gonna just let it go from here. After this clip, I'm just gonna let it play out. Like I said, it's not that many, and they short, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Sean Grayson is on trial for first-degree murder. He shot and killed Sonia Massey inside of her home in July of 2024. Prosecutors say Grayson violated policing standards. His attorneys say it was a tragedy, but it doesn't amount to first-degree murder. Now, only one witness took the stand today. A professor, Seth Stoughton, teaches police law and policy at the University of South Carolina. He's an expert in the area of generally accepted police practices and use of force. Now, his testimony started at 9 this morning. The state asked him questions for more than 2 hours. Cross-examination started at 1 and lasted the same time. News Channel 20's Monique Davis was inside the courtroom all day. She joins us now live from outside the courthouse in Peoria.
Yeah, Stacey. So Seth Stoughton testified about generally accepted police practices and use of force. Stoughton says decisions Sean Grayson made were tactically unsound, including pulling his gun and stepping in front of his partner. He said Massey's behavior didn't suggest intent to harm Grayson or his partner. Community activist Teresa Haley says this is something the Massey family has been saying since the beginning.
It felt good for me because I think a blind person, I think anybody with looking with their right eyes can see what happened on that video. So he was just in agreement with the rest of us using his own set of eyes.
During cross-examination, defense attorney Mark Wyckoff pointed out Stoughton's report concluded Massey could have posed an imminent threat of great bodily harm when Massey had the pot of water and crouched, and when Grayson advanced with his firearm drawn. Now, Grayson's energy shifted multiple times throughout the day, ranging from sitting completely still to moving around anxiously. Reporting live from the Peoria County Courthouse, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thanks, Monique. The testimony resumes Monday morning at 9. According to the defense, they expect to start closing arguments on Wednesday. Now, Stoughton was the state's 11th witness to testify during the trial. They have 20 on their list. No word on how many people the defense is going to call. During the first 3 days of testimony, witnesses took to the stand to shed light on the night Sonia Massey was killed and the actions of Sean Grayson during, before, and after the fatal moment. 4 people took the stand following opening statements on Wednesday. The first was Lieutenant Eric Weston, the ISP investigator who turned the body cam footage over to the state's attorney after saying he couldn't make up his mind if the shooting was justified. Now, Catherine Barton, the Sangamon County dispatcher who took Sonia Massey's call for help, also took the stand with the jury hearing that 911 call.
911, what's the address for your emergency?
2868 South Hoover Avenue.
What's going on there?
I keep hearing stuff on the outside of my house, and it sounds like somebody was banging on the side of my house. I don't know. Oh, could y'all come and see?
And
somebody's
can you confirm the
outside
address
house.
for me?
It is 2868 South Hoover Avenue.
What is your name?
Sonia Massey.
Now, probably the most compelling witness on Wednesday, Sangamon County Deputy Dawson Farley. He was Sean Grayson's partner the night of the shooting. He described trying to stop Massey's bleeding after she was shot.
Headshot wounded female, 1078. I'm gonna go get my kit. No, your head's up, bitch. You're done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
Farley also stated he did not feel threatened by Massey. However, the defense pushed back, saying Farley initially reported feeling threatened, but amended his report after Grayson's arrest. The final witness on Wednesday was retired Sangamon County Deputy Chief Anthony Mayfield. He testified Grayson violated policies including use of force, standard conduct, body camera, and medical response violations. Now tonight at 6, our Monique Davis breaks down more of today's testimony, and then we're going to take a look back at what happened on day 2 of testimony. And be sure to stay with us over on our website, newschannel20.com. You can get live updates on what's happening inside the courtroom by following our X account. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stacey Spryzak. The Sean Grayson murder trial wrapping up the 3rd day of testimonies. The former Sangamon County deputy is charged with first-degree murder. This after he shot and killed Sonia Massey.
See how I go back? It just go back to that. How you go from the 5th day to the 3rd day? Hold on, y'all. Let me fast forward. I can't do that.
We discussed it when we was covering this. Let's say she was going to throw that water on you. You was on the opposite side. She was in the kitchen. You was on the opposite side of that counter, like in the living room. That water wouldn't have reached you.
Yeah.
She would have to literally come around from the counter and
come around from the counter, right? And she made no attempts. I mean, we talked about this. I saw no attempts to pick up the pot to launch at him. But like you said, in order for her to hit him with the water, she would have had to come around that counter.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a bunch of crap. Bunch of crap back then, a bunch of crap now. All right, let's see.
And you see how he kind of laughed, like when he said, "I'm gonna go get my med kit."
Yeah,
it's a headshot. Yeah, like.
See, what I think they do is they do a couple of shorts and then they do the. But we're gonna see. Let me see, because I don't want y'all to miss that.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Carly Siegel. The Sean Grayson murder trial wrapping up the 3rd day of testimonies.
Oh, see,
Thank you, Matt. The Sean Grayson trial is heading into its 2nd week in Peoria, with the prosecution continuing to call their witnesses on Monday morning.
Okay.
After a busy first week in court, the former Sangamon County deputy Sean Grayson, who shot and killed Sonia Massey in her Springfield home last July, will be back in court tomorrow. As of Friday, the prosecution called 11 witnesses, including Grayson's former partner, Dawson Farley, and forensic pathologist Dr. Nathaniel Patterson, who performed Massey's autopsy. Farley testified that he did not feel threatened by Massey. Dr. Patterson provided findings from the autopsy. There are still 9 witnesses left on the prosecution's list, but then the defense takes over. The biggest question, will Grayson himself take the stand? While a list of witnesses has not yet been filed, the defense expects closing arguments to be done by Wednesday. After the defense makes their case, the verdict is expected to be made, and if convicted of murder, Grayson could face up to 45 years to life in prison. The trial continues tomorrow morning out of the Peoria County Courthouse. The makeup of the jury has been a topic of discussion throughout the trial. Many advocates have noted that despite the case involving the death of a black woman, there is only one black man and no black women as part of the jury. The news sparked different reactions from the Massey family and their supporters.
They picked who they picked. Justice is justice no matter where or who delivers it.
It's supposed to be a jury of our peers, and regardless if it's Springfield or Peoria, when you look at it, blacks represent 18 to 20% here. In Peoria, it's like Springfield. I hope to see a few more.
Multiple black women considered for the jury declared they were not sure if they could remain impartial. And we will have more coverage of the Sean Grayson trial as it moves forward this week. You could tune in for coverage starting tomorrow on Fox Illinois Sunrise starting at 7 a.m. And if you miss our newscast, you can always stay up to date through our website and social media accounts. You could follow us on Facebook and see our live tweets of the testimony from inside the courtroom on X, and developments from every day in court will also get posted right on our website, foxillinois.com.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20.
Thank you, Nick. Today is day 6 of Sean Grayson's murder trial. This morning, Sean Grayson took the stand in his trial, and the prosecution rested this morning as court went back in session at 9 a.m. And the defense called Grayson to testify. Grayson is facing 45 years to life in prison for the murder of Sonia Massey last year. Grayson shot Massey in the head, claiming he felt threatened by Massey, and the
Oh yeah, I didn't know he that's news to me. I didn't know he testified. Damn, I hate that one televised. I want to see that trial.
Who, his partner?
No, they just say he testified, I think. Isn't that what she said? I'm a bag.
I don't know why they would have him testify, but okay.
Let's back it up. This is day 6.
Thank you, Nick. Today is day 6 of Sean Grayson's murder trial. This morning, Sean Grayson took the stand in his trial, and the prosecution rested this morning as court went back in session at 9 a.m. And the defense called Grayson to testify. Grayson is facing 45 years to life in prison for the murder of Sonia Massey last year. Grayson shot Massey in the head, claiming he felt threatened by Massey and the pot of boiling water she was holding. News Channel 20's Emily Jordan. News Channel 20 has a crew in the courtroom, and they filed their notes on the former deputy's testimony. Our Emily Jordan is here to break that down. Emily?
That's right, Alexandria. Grayson testified in front of the courtroom the actions he believed constituted a threat to his life. Grayson says he intended to approach Massey to secure her in handcuffs for aggravated assault on a police officer and making threats. He says the way she was holding the pot of water, as well as her words, justified that arrest. Grayson says he took Sonia Massey's words, "I'll rebuke you in the name of Jesus," as a threat. He told the courtroom that he matched her threat level by drawing his gun and that he was trained to use force to gain compliance. When asked why he did not use a taser, Grayson says he had an older model and Massey's layers of clothing could make it ineffective, a risk he says he wasn't willing to take. On the body camera footage, you can hear Grayson telling Massey he was going to shoot her. But the prosecution argued that this comment didn't make it into Grayson's report. Grayson told prosecutors he didn't feel it was necessary to note everything down because the body cameras would have caught it. I'm Emily Jordan. Back to you.
Thank you, Emily. As for why Grayson's body camera wasn't on originally, he told jurors that he thought he turned it on, he had not. The makeup of the jury has been topic of discussion throughout the trial. Many advocates have noted that despite the case involving the death of a black woman, there's only one black man and no black women as a part of the jury. The news sparked different reactions from the Massey family and their supporters.
They picked who they picked. Justice is justice, no matter where or who delivers it.
It's supposed to be a jury of our peers, and regardless if it's Springfield or Peoria, when you look at it, blacks represent 18 to 20% here in Peoria, just like Springfield. I hope to see a few more.
Multiple black women considered for the jury declared they were not sure if they could remain impartial. While cameras are not allowed in the courtroom, we will be tweeting out live updates throughout the day. You can also get the latest coverage on our website, newschannel20.com.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20.
The former Sangamon County deputy on trial for murder takes a stand in his own defense. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stacey Skryzak. Sean Grayson is charged with first-degree murder. He shot and killed Sonia Massey inside of her home in July of 2024. Today, the 31-year-old testified about his actions the night Massey died. We have team coverage of today's testimony. News Channel 20's Don Sterling and Monique Davis are both in Peoria. And we want to start with Don, who's outside the courthouse. And Don, Grayson was on the stand for about an hour today.
That's right, he was, Stacey, and most of that time was his lawyers asking him questions. Going through the night, Massey died. Grayson actually described Massey as being cooperative, but took Massey saying, "Rebuke you in the name of Jesus," as a threat. Grayson says he was trained to use force to gain compliance, and he matched Massey's threat level by drawing his gun. He also testified he approached Massey because he was going to arrest her for aggravated assault on a police officer for holding the pot and making threats. Grayson said he only discharged his weapon when he saw Massey grab the pot, raise it above.
Bullshit. Assault.
The lies.
Hey, somebody go fuck you.
We went over this. She did not raise.
Miss B,
that
I know
pot up
this.
to
I
throw
know
it
Miss
at
B.
him.
Hold on, Fun Bear. Miss B, we know this. We talked about this. If you go back in my content, when this first happened, we had several very intensive lives about this. So we know about his history. We talked about all that. We talked about his record. We talked about all that, honey. We know his history. Go ahead, keep it cute. We talked about this, baby. We covered this.
First of all, she did not raise that pot up as to throw
She
it at
did
him.
not. She did not. And he told her to go over there and cut the damn pot off.
And she was trying to take the pot over to the sink, remember?
Yeah. Yeah. Man, come on, bro.
Yeah, because he
But,
said,
you know,
yeah, I don't want you to throw that water on me or something, he said.
She
And
said,
was
why would
like,
I throw the water on you?
Yeah, she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. In other words, I rebuke that lie. Nick, come on.
Oh,
now.
you good, Miss B. I was just letting you know that we knew. I'm not upset at you about mentioning it. No, I just wanted to let you know because I don't think you was following us back then. But yeah, I was just letting you know that we know about his damn
Everything.
History. Yeah. Wait with ass. Okay, y'all. We ain't gonna get too heated. It's like we rewatching this shit all over again. Oh my God. Cause baby, we were hot, baby.
Her head and throw the pot at him. Now, the state asked Grayson just one main question during their cross-examination. Why didn't he write all this down in his report? Well, Grayson said he didn't feel the need to write everything down because it was all shown on the body cam footage. News Channel 20's Monique Davis was actually inside the courtroom all day. She has been since the beginning of this trial, and she joins me now. Tell me a little bit about the reactions to Grayson's testimony. I mean, were you surprised he took the stand? And then what was everybody else's reaction in the courtroom?
Yeah, so we were all pretty surprised that he took the stand, and both sides of the aisle had completely different reactions, including Sonia Massey's dad smirking when Sean Grayson took the stand. A Grayson family member rocked back and forth during his testimony and made prayer hands as she quietly talked to herself. Other family members were crying, while some leaned forward in their seats to hear his testimony.
He's a true narcissist. A narcissist feel like they can convince the masses. They can lie and they can convince them, manipulate the masses. He is a true narcissist. I just want to say that right quick.
Testimony. One Massey supporter covered her ears as Grayson took the stand and would cover them periodically throughout. Sonia's son Malachi kept a straight face throughout Grayson's testimony, while another male supporter looked visibly upset and folded his arms. Sonia's mother started crying when Grayson stood up in the witness box and demonstrated to the jury how he said Massey threw the pot of boiling water on him. Now, most of the jury pulled out their notepads when Grayson took the stand and showed no emotion. Reporting live in Peoria, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Monique. Appreciate that. Now, our team coverage and our team says, they say in the court today that Grayson spoke in a personable and tone and addressed the jury by looking at them when he answered his questions. Both the defense and state rested today. Closing arguments start at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and that does it for us here in Peoria for now. Live in Peoria, Dawn Sterling. Stacey, back to you.
Thanks, Dawn. Now, the trial's wrapping faster than previously thought. It was expected to last until at least Wednesday, but jury selection took one day, not two, and neither the state nor the defense called all of the witnesses on their lists. In all, the state called 11 of its 20 witnesses. The defense called 3 of its 5 plus Grayson. Ahead of tomorrow's closing arguments, Judge Ryan Cadigan has stated the jury instructions include the possibility of second-degree murder charges. Currently, Grayson is only facing charges of first-degree murder. Now, the instructions mean the jury can convict Grayson for second-degree murder if the case does not meet qualifications for first-degree murder charges. Now, the Massey Commission prepares for its final meeting. News Channel 20's Spencer Davis is working for you to see what we can expect. He joins us live in Springfield now. Spencer?
Yeah, the Commission's year of community conversation, research, and education comes to a head tonight. They'll make their final calls for action. The meeting is set to begin at 6 tonight, with the Commission sharing what they learned from their meeting with the Ferguson Commission, which was set up after a white police officer shot and killed a black man in Ferguson, Missouri. Now, the Massey Commission will then move to present, discuss, and vote on their final calls to action, and it's expected to end with final comments delivered by Donna Massey, Sonny Massey's mother. Members of the public will be able to address the commission tonight as well. But for now, that's all I have reporting from Springfield. I'm Spencer Davis. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Spencer. Now, the Sangamon County Board recently allocated $70,000 for the commission to continue paying staff while compiling their final report. The trial for the former Sangamon County deputy charged with first-degree murder is almost over. Today was the 6th day in the murder trial of former Sangamon.
Thank you, Nick. Today could be the final day of Sean Grayson's murder trial. The defense has rested its case after calling 4 witnesses, including Grayson himself. Grayson is facing first-degree murder charges in the death of Sonia Massey. Body camera video shows Grayson shooting Massey in the head after she called 911 to report a prowler. Closing arguments began this morning at 9 a.m. Ahead of today's closing arguments, Judge Ryan Cadigan has stated the jury instructions include the possibility of second-degree murder charges. Currently, Grayson is only facing charges of first-degree murder. The instructions mean the jury can convict Grayson for second-degree murder if the case does not meet the qualifications for first-degree murder charges. News Channel 20's Monique Davis was inside the courtroom as Grayson gave his testimony.
That should be first degree only. Anything under that, that's going to make the jury look suspect.
Right, man. I'm still kind of confused.
I was talking my ass off. I was on mute. Listen, that's what y'all, but y'all answered my question and I was asking it on mute. I was asking what in the hell part of that case did not meet criteria for first degree murder.
I was going to say, I'm confused how it went from first to second.
Because this is the thing. Okay, so now I see why the family is so upset. I couldn't understand it. Now I see. Well, I could understand it because it's a significant less time. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. So what had happened was you motherfuckers charged this man with first degree murder. In the middle of the trial or the end of the trial or at jury instructions, you say, okay, well, if the state didn't meet the first degree, then you can consider second. See, once you give a jury that option with 9 white women on the fucking jury, then of course they're going to give him the lesser charge. If the only charge was first degree, they would have had no choice. They would have had no choice because they definitely couldn't say he was innocent, right? So they would have had no choice but to convict him of first degree. Once you gave them that option, of course they're gonna take it.
Yep.
Come on, bro. Why would you do that? I see why that family's so mad now.
Yeah, look at his complexion. Because had that complexion been darker,
and you had one African American, you had 9 white women, but where were the white men?
It ain't more about the complexion. It's more about what I'm wearing, what his tattoos say. You know what I'm saying? It ain't so much the complexion.
No, first degree does not require premeditation. But if that's true, Queen, you know what? Let's talk about premeditation. Premeditation could be, see, most people, when they think about premeditation, they think about a plot and a plan like the one we saw on this trial we just finished. But if you look up premeditation as far as the courts are concerned, premeditation can happen in 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Premeditation can actually happen in 30 seconds because premeditation is exactly what he did. He premeditated what he did. Okay, he premeditated what he did when he pulled that gun, and that woman was no threat. Go look up premeditation. See, a lot of people think premeditation take all this elaborate planning and days before and all this. No, that's not how it works in the courts.
But why did he feel the need to say, I wouldn't want you to throw that water on me? What? After you told her to cut the water off, it's like you were provoking it. I wouldn't want you to throw that water on me.
Then, he looked like an ass, and people was calling it out for you to say, when somebody say to you, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, as a threat. That ain't no damn threat.
Right. Since when? How?
If that's the case, a lot of people be dead thinking they in danger. If
you know how many times people have said that?
Tanya, Miss Lynn, listen, I get what y'all saying, but if what he did not warrant a first-degree murder charge, he wouldn't have been charged with it. The grand jury wouldn't have indicted him. They didn't indict him on secondary. They indicted him on first because there was sufficient evidence to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't switch up the meaning of it just because, you know what I'm saying? If the evidence didn't warrant first-degree murder, he would have never been indicted. They would have indicted him on second-degree murder.
I mean, to me, it was premeditated from when he asked for the IDs.
You want to talk about special circumstances? I feel like they were. You want to know why? Because the man got up there and said that if they had to render aid to that woman, she would have lived. That's the motherfucking special circumstances right there. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not hollering and screaming. I'm just upset. It's like
It's triggering all over again.
I'm triggered. I'm sorry, Miss Lynn. I'm sorry. Who else there was? Who else said something? I ain't yelling at y'all, I promise. I just can't. I can't with people. You cannot minimize when somebody takes somebody's life and it's not necessary. You can't minimize that. You can't do that. That woman could have lived. After you shoot her, you just let her die like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even try to help her. Go ahead, y'all talk.
So do y'all think that it was premeditated from when he the ID? Just by his language and how he was talking.
It was the way, it was the lack of compassion, concern to her, the way he was talking to her. It was all of that for me.
Now you want to know when I think it was premeditated? You want to know when I think the premeditation started?
What up?
When he pulled the gun.
Oh no, I think it was before that.
It could have been, but that's what I feel. I feel like when he pulled that gun, he knew he was gonna shoot that woman because there was no need to pull a gun. There was no need to pull the gun. He never gave her a chance to even like put your hands up or nothing, none of that. He never gave her a chance.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is when he was asking for the ID, he was more aggravated that she made them come out there for nothing. That's the attitude that I would get.
This man, you're right. And the fact that the cops had been out there before that day. See, we learned all of this. We covered all of this. The cops
and you can tell by her
day.
demeanor that she wasn't all the way right in her mind. You get what I'm saying? It's like you were picking and probing and provoking this woman.
The cops had already been out there that day, man, and the cops had a history of being at that address because she was mentally ill. She called the cops for everything. Like she just, it was her mental illness. They knew she had mental illness,
and I think he knew that.
I just think even though we don't like them too much, I still think that they need to be walking the blocks more, knowing the community. Because if they know the community and knowing the people in the community, I think things like this, it will be less of. You know how to interact, you know other people, it's connected to people. It's not like the old school, but they don't treat mental health patients right on these calls.
They really don't. She's not. She's not the first person that's had mental health issues that has been shot by the cops. She's definitely not the first.
It won't be the last.
Right.
Unfortunately.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna push play.
Testimony yesterday, and she breaks down reactions to him taking the stand.
That's right. Both sides of the aisle had completely different reactions, including Sonya Massey's dad smirking when Sean Grayson took the stand. A Grayson family member rocked back and forth during his testimony and made prayer hands as she quietly talked to herself. Other family members were crying while some leaned forward in their seats to hear his testimony. One Massey supporter covered her ears as Grayson took the stand and would cover them periodically throughout. Sonya's son Malachi kept a straight face throughout Grayson's testimony, while another male supporter looked visibly upset and folded his arms. Sonya's mother started crying when Grayson stood up in the witness box and demonstrated to the jury how he said Massey threw the pot of boiling water on him. Most of the jury took out their notepads when Grayson took the stand and showed no emotion. Reporting in Peoria, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
Thank you, Monique. Court is in session now for Sean Grayson's murder trial in Peoria County. The initial incident happened in Sangamon County, but the trial was moved after Grayson's attorney argued for a change of venue, citing concerns about impartiality. If convicted, Grayson faces 45 years to life in prison. And now taking a look at some of the tweets from the trial today. We've had a team inside the courtroom where the trial is taking place since it began last Monday, and I've been posting the latest developments as they're happening. While cameras are not in the courtroom, we will be tweeting out live updates as the trial moves forward. You can also get the latest coverage on our website, newschannel20.com.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to watch more videos from Fox Illinois.
The fate of the former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy is now in the hands of the jury. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stacey Skryzak. The jury began deliberating just before noon today. They're tasked with finding Sean Grayson guilty or not guilty in the shooting of Sonya Massey. Grayson shot and killed Massey inside her home in July of 2024. The 31-year-old is charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder. The jury can also consider a lesser charge of second-degree murder. Now, the jury came back at 4:30 with questions. We do have team coverage tonight. Both News Channel 20's Dawn Sterling and Monique Davis are live outside the courtroom. Let's start with Monique.
That's right. They were asking about evidence. And just after 4 p.m., the audience was escorted back into the courtroom. The state defense and Judge Ryan Cadigan discussed what the next step should be as the jury is confused on some of the instructions they were given. All attorneys and the judge took a short break to study case laws to decide what would be appropriate to tell the jury. After the attorneys and the judge agree on what to tell the jury will continue to deliberate. Members of Grayson's family looked visibly anxious as the attorneys were discussing what the next steps would be. Reporting live in Peoria, I'm Monique Davis. Back to you.
All right. Thanks, Monique. Reporting in Peoria. We want to go back out there to News Channel 20's Dawn Sterling, who's standing outside the Peoria County Courthouse with the latest. Dawn?
All right, the jury was handed the case, as you said, around 11:40 this afternoon or this morning, right after both sides presented their closing arguments. The state started first with their closing argument. During her closing, Assistant State's Attorney Mary Beth Rogers called Sean Grayson a liar. She said he lied about being scared of Sonya Massey, about trying to turn on his body camera, that he was going to arrest her. And she said the biggest lie he's been telling is that there was nothing he could do and that he had no choice. Rogers concluded with telling the jury, when you threaten to shoot someone in the face and you do, it's first-degree murder. Then Grayson's defense attorney, Daniel Foltz, he went up next with his closing arguments. He told jurors the same thing he said in his opening statements. He said what happened to Massey was a tragedy, but not a crime. He told them not to let their emotions dictate the outcome. He said their goal is to answer whether Grayson was legally justified in shooting Massey under Illinois law. He said it doesn't matter if you don't like Grayson. You can't base your verdict on that. Foltz then said Grayson believed Massey was a threat. He said the jury doesn't have to agree with Grayson, but that's what he believed, and that Massey escalated the situation. Now, after the defense finished, Sangamon County State's Attorney John Milheiser had a rebuttal in this case. During it, he held up the pot that Sonya Massey held in her hands, showing it to the jury. He told the jurors Grayson let his emotion dictate the outcome of what happened in Massey's kitchen. He said this is a murder case, and he encouraged them to trust what they see and hear in that video. Now, just a reminder, the jury can find Grayson guilty or not guilty on each of 3 counts of first-degree murder. They could also find him guilty of second-degree murder. Now, as you can hear all the honking behind me, you can hear all the chanting behind me. Supporters of Sonya Massey, well, they have been here since day one, rallying on the sidewalk outside of the Peoria County Courthouse behind me. And again, that was since Monday when jury selection started. The group chanting justice for Sonya and other things. And it's about the same number of ralliers since day one, just about 25 people out here. They say they will be out here for when the verdict comes down. Again, ralliers have been peaceful the entire time. They have been out here in front of the Peoria County Courthouse and have solicited honks from those driving by. Now, you'll want to stay with us on News Channel 20. And follow us on social media, particularly X, where we are inside the courtroom, tweeting you exactly what is happening as we get that information. And we will be here until we get the latest on when that verdict comes down. And that'll do it for me in Peoria. We're going to send it back to the studio with Stacy. And then, of course, we're going to check back in with you tonight at 6. Live in Peoria, Dawn Sterling, back to you.
All right, thanks, Dawn. Just as she said, we will check back in with them at 6. The fate of the former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy is now in the hands of the jury. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stacey Skrizak. The jury began deliberations just before noon. They're tasked with finding Sean Grayson guilty. The fate of the former Sangamon County Sheriff's deputy on trial for murder. Good afternoon, everyone. We break into this programming to bring you breaking news. Now, former Deputy Sean Grayson of Sangamon County has been found guilty of second-degree murder in the death of Sonya Massey. The verdict was read just before 2:30 this afternoon. The jury deliberated for over 12 hours. Now, Sean Grayson was in court since Monday, October 20th. That's when jury selection started. Again, the jury has been deliberating for 12 hours before delivering that second-degree murder verdict. Now, he was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder as well, but in those charges, a person intends to kill somebody, a person intends to inflict great bodily harm, or commits an act that could lead to death or great bodily harm that leads to death. That's first-degree murder. Second-degree.
If you shoot somebody in the face, what you expect? Do you expect great bodily harm if you shoot somebody in the face, in the head? Can somebody answer me that? Since we want to talk about why it wasn't first-degree murder.
And why did he aim for her head in the first place? Let's start there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even if, let's just say the woman was throwing the hot water. Why not shoot for the arm? Where you see the pot, she reaching the pot up. Why not shoot for the arm? Even the chest. You went for
it was like
head.
he was proud. Oh no, it's a headshot. Why was you even aiming for her head?
First-degree murder is when you intend to commit great bodily harm. He shot her in the head.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Degree murder, the defense had to prove that while their client may have killed someone, they did so because of the circumstances. So that's what that's what the jury ended up giving him, a second-degree murder. And this is all on our X account. And we can tell you from live inside the courtroom that Sonya Massey's family was there. And we do know her daughter, Summer, was breaking down, swearing loudly, very upset. She wants her mom back. She doesn't understand why he wasn't convicted on first-degree murder. But unfortunately, you know, this is the justice system, and this is where we're at. Her family did end up going to her and holding her up and removing her from the courtroom. We are now waiting on...
Well, you didn't even have to add that part. You didn't even have to say that, unfortunately, this is where we're at. You didn't even have to add that part after saying that.
Yeah, because when my people turn the hell up, I don't want to hear them complaining. That was stupid.
Yeah, you
That's
didn't even have to say
thing.
that part. Yeah, we get it, but this is where we're at. You didn't even have to say that. Like, honestly, you didn't even have to say that shit.
a news conference outside of the courthouse for Ben Crump, which is the Sonia Massey family attorney, will be out there. He will have something to say. We're waiting on that right now. We have a crew on standby. We don't know if we have that live shot we can take a look at now as we're waiting for this news conference to happen. But again, we have Sean Grayson guilty of shooting Sonia Massey inside her home on second-degree murder charges, not any counts of the first, second, or third degree first-degree murder charges. So that is where we are at with this. Again, we are updating everything on our X account and our social medias. We do know that he will be sentenced, and that has been set already on January 29th. And he was taken in handcuffs again outside of the courtroom back to jail. Again, guilty on second-degree murder charges. We have been there in the courtroom since the beginning, and we have been tweeting out exactly what's happening. Again, the family upset at this hour. They really wanted first-degree murder, as did the state, of course. The state wanted first-degree murder, and that's what he was charged with. But the jury found him guilty after 12 hours of second-degree murder. We will continue to have more on social media, on our newscasts on air, and on our website, and we will bring you any more details as they become available. Our Nick Davis will give us reaction and what happened inside that Peoria County courtroom on all sides once that verdict was read. For now, I'm Dawn Sterling. We return you back to regularly scheduled programming.
I want to talk to the black juror.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel.
And when you boil this case down,
What'd you say, man?
I want to talk to the black jury guy. How did they convince him? Unless he just one of them. You know what I'm saying? How did they convince him? Well, not saying that he should, you know what I'm saying, but second degree.
Shit, you never know. He might have been one of the ones that agreed with the shit. You just never know. And I don't think I've heard about or seen any juror that has spoken out. Because after the trial they can speak if they want. But most of them don't. You get sometimes to go on Good Morning America and shit like that. But
they not coming out for this. They scared as hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. A lot of times jurors be scared for people to even know they was on the jury. You know what I'm saying?
Especially this case.
Yes, absolutely. Especially them white women, baby. They afraid. They ready to go home. They baby. Okay, y'all. So this is the last thing we're gonna react to. We're gonna look at. This is the actual press conference that was held right after the verdict was read. I'm sorry. So this is the press conference. Okay, let me put this on 2 times because I'm trying not to make this past 3 hours.
We continue our breaking news in the Sean Grayson murder trial. Sonia Massey's family now addressing the public outside of the courthouse in Peoria. Our Brandon Morano is standing by with more.
Brandon.
Thank you, Milene.
Was read to the jury earlier. Sonia Massey's family is talking right now. I'll get back with you.
And I meant to ask you this morning before we started.
Yep.
Are you streaming this?
No. Every time I try to stream at this moment, my bandwidth get jacked up and kick me out.
Okay, how are you trying to stream though? How are you trying to share?
First I was trying to do it through OBS, but I think that was pulling too hard because I was already live. But when I was trying to do it through the StreamYard, I haven't set it up. I didn't never preset the live to stream it over.
Okay, so let me say this. And if you fully don't understand once I say this, then call me later. Because I want you, when you be on my, even if you're not on my panel, if you can't make the panel, you can just click up here, share it out, and then leave out. But let me say this. Whenever you can stream these cases, right? Because I know you got that channel. So you can always stream, because next week we're going to be talking about some more stuff, right? So you can always stream if you want to. That's only if you want to. That's for one. For two,
I'm planning on it.
It's so simple, man. This is what you do. It's really simple. You come up. See, you have to come up under the channel that you. No, you don't. No, you don't. You come up on StreamYard, however you come up, right? Sorry, side note. I'm sorry. You come up on StreamYard like you do, right? When you come up on StreamYard, if you look at the top right-hand corner, you're gonna see a blue thing that says share this stream to your platform. Once you click that, it's gonna take you to where you have to set up your titles and all that, and your thumbnails and all that. You get to choose if you got more than one. See, I think your problem is you don't have any StreamYard set up. You do OBS, right?
Yeah.
So what you need to do, Matt, you need to create a StreamYard with your Real Mad TV News channel.
Now I got one for all my channels. I was just trying to figure out the 1-2 step that you're talking about.
Okay, so when you go and it give you the option of which platform you want to stream to, you click on that channel, and it allows you to make your title and do your thumbnail or whatever, and bam, that's it. It's really, really easy. I mean, it doesn't take.
Clicking on some things now here.
Okay, let's try to do it right now. Let's just try to do it right now. So, do you see where it says share your screen? Share this stream.
Yeah.
Click on that blue. Click on that.
See, I got all the way to the end already where it's continuing to saying, whoops, you're having trouble connecting to your YouTube account. This may be an issue with YouTube.
No, you some kind of way. I don't understand why you getting that.
And unless it's this channel, because I am logged in under the crime channel. I'm not logged in under the game or Real Mad TV. So it could be this, because this is practically new. I know the other ones I was set for years.
Okay, well, maybe next time you come up on your Real Mad TV channel, because it's going to give you the option of which channel you want to stream to.
Yeah, I see that.
All right. So I just wanted to let you know that whenever you come up, whenever I go live, you can stream it. But we got to get you past trying to get, you know what I'm saying?
I know I did run it through. I ran it through OBS the other day, but it was like my network kept crashing. It's something with this computer or something I got to figure out. And that's with all my shows.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got too much. Yeah, you and the truth, I swear. Y'all like the mad scientists back there. Like,
yeah, you should see this setup. It look like Dexter's Laboratory.
I don't even want
ain't
to
done
see
yet.
it. I probably get that side looking at all them damn screens and all that shit. I can't do it.
Man, I got a 37-inch sitting over my head right now. Head.
I got this little set up here, and I be like, Lord. Okay, I just wanted to let you know that. But we're gonna work on getting you on. We got to work on getting you on. Okay, y'all. This is the press conference held by the family after the verdict.
Let you listen into this.
Of this fine and great family with the storied history in Sangamon County. First of all, it goes without saying, it's the Massey family. You look at the strength and show of support from everybody, the community, the family, and friends, the activists. Thank you so much. It was a tremendous show of force, and we are so grateful. Secondly, the fiercest defender of civil rights in this country that I know, my brother, Benjamin Crump. Thank you, Ben, for everything that you do, not only for the Massey family, but also for our country in defending people's civil rights. The Sangamon County State's Attorney's Office. Wow. They delivered the message to this jury, and their message is the one that the jury said, we rebuke you, Sean Grayson. Yes. That's what they said today. This second-degree murder charge, make no mistake, Sean Grayson is convicted of murder. He is a murderer now. This is not the exact outcome the family was looking for. They wanted first-degree murder. Yes. And when you boil this case down, it comes down to 4 words. Was Donna a threat? Sonia, was Sonia a threat? The unequivocal answer is no. She was not a threat. She was never a threat. And that's what was proven in this court. The difference is that the jury found that there was some issue of self-defense. But his self-defense was not found to be reasonable, and that's the difference between the first and second degree murder. Sean Grayson, we disagree with this. He had the cover of that counter in between him and Sonya. He had the power of a gun. He had the strength of a badge and a shield. And what did he do with that strength and power? He told Sonya, who was holding a pot, I am going to shoot you in the face. That, ladies and gentlemen, is indicia of intent. And he carried out his intent, and he shot her exactly where he said he was going to. Not anywhere else, but right in the face. And that's where, as much as we respect the jury and this legal process and the courts and his honor for his instructions and his diligence, we still see it as a first-degree murder charge, notwithstanding the respect that we have for the jury and the process. Sean Grayson had cover. Sonya, 110 pounds in a nightgown, a foot shorter than Sean Grayson. God knows how much less she weighed, did not have cover. All she had was a pot of water, and she thanked Sean Grayson before he came in the house for watching out over her home. This was not just a random attack. He knew what he was going to do before he did it. He had the requisite intent. We have some speakers today. We have the family, and I'm so proud and honored of this family. And Summer is here also. Okay.
Y'all didn't even do what y'all just supposed to do.
We have Donna, we have James.
That's right, turn the phone
Shantae, and Teresa Haley is going to speak next. Teresa is widely known in Sangamon County and Springfield for her advocacy and everything that she does for the citizens and the people of Sangamon County. And I'd like to introduce to you now Teresa Haley.
Yes, thank you, Johnny. Good afternoon. Today is a painful day for me and people who look like me, especially black females. As I said in Chicago, we can't call the police and feel safe in our own homes. That's what Sonya did. She called for help, you all, and she was murdered in her own home. This verdict was long overdue. It is not the verdict that we wanted, but he will pay. God will provide. Cancer didn't strike his body just to strike his body. He will pay. Sonya's family continues to suffer. Her children continue to suffer. And people say, hey, the kids got $10 million. What the heck is $10 million when you don't have your mama? They will give back the $10 million to have Sonya back. When we get it back, say her name. Say her name. Say her name. So what we need to do back in Sangamon County, the home of the 1908 race riots, the home where President Obama announced that he was running for president, we have to continue to fight to change the laws because there's no justice. It's just us. And we are tired of standing alone. And we thank our white brothers and sisters and everybody else for coming out and protesting with us. But had the roles been reversed, if that was a black man in a white woman's house, he would have got the death penalty. Well, in Illinois, we got rid of the death penalty, but he would have gotten life in prison. Second-degree murder, that is not right. That is not justice for anybody's family, regardless of who you are and where you come from. So we're going to work extremely hard, not only in Sangamon County, not only in the state of Illinois, but throughout this country to change the laws. People need to understand that there is a major difference between second-degree murder and first-degree murder. I'm talking 40, 50 years difference in sentence. Do y'all know that this man, even though it may be 20 years, he can get out in 10 years? 10 years! Say her name! Say her name! Say her name! Thank you. Pray for the family, please.
Anybody who saw the video and thinks that it was partly Sonya's fault is inhumane. And for them to not get the life, and Sonya got life and death, he should be under the jail. I can't wait till he goes to hell. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
James Wilburn.
Her name was Sonya Lene Wilburn Massey. I'm James Wilburn. I'm her father. Sean Grayson should be able to get out of jail. My daughter can get out of that burial vault and walk out of Oakwood Cemetery. And I know that that plot that's waiting for him he can get to it as soon as he can. And it wouldn't make me any difference at all. But there's a difference in this country when you have my skin color and Grayson's skin color. We need serious justice, not a miscarriage of justice that happened here in Peoria. We need to pass the George Floyd Policing Act. We need to pass the John Lewis Voting Act. We need to make the Sonia Massey law across the whole United States. Then no family in our country can go through what our family has gone through, because this man should have never had a badge and a gun. This man was kicked out of the service. He was in 6 police departments in 3.5 years. That is shameful. Shameful on Sangamon County for even having a person like that, giving him a gun and a badge. And his gun, he had a sight on it. He had a laser sight. So all he had to do was put that laser sight where what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to shoot my daughter in the face, and he did it. He shot 3 times, but even with a laser on and going through a police academy twice, he still only shot her the once, which was good enough. But you see, my Judeo-Christian upbringing tells me to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So my joy here today is that I know I'll see my baby again. And whenever the sun opens and Gabriel blows that horn, we're going to leave here and I'll see her again. That's about all I can tell y'all right now.
Next, you will hear from Shantae Massey.
You know, I don't really have any speech prepared. I'm fueled by rage right now. If you get an officer that says he's going to shoot you in the face, and then he shoots you in the face, and you only get 2nd-degree murder. So the justice system did exactly what it's designed to do today. It's not meant for us. But I tell you what, I will dedicate my life to dismantling the systems that created this problem. The fight has just begun for me. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Say her name! Sonia Massey! Say her name! Sonia Massey! Say her name! Sonia Massey! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! Yes.
Are there any questions?
I'd like to know if the family is concerned about him getting probation.
Look, we can't be concerned about that now. What we do need to be concerned about is that he gets a maximum sentence here. Now, I don't even think that that's a thought in their mind. When you look at the fact that the jury found that his self-defense was unreasonable, we don't even want to think about probation. That's not even a thought. We're looking at maximum sentence. Now that we're here with 2nd-degree murder, we're looking at maximum sentence.
Was the family expecting this outcome?
Of course not. Of course not. When you look at that video, the video speaks for itself. When the video shows that Sean Grayson, with the cover of a counter and the barrel of a gun, staring at Sonia Massey, said, "If you don't put that down, I'm going to shoot you in the face," and seconds later did it, I think anybody can see that's intent.
For Teresa or Sante, can you talk about what that fight means? Sante talked about what the fight means from here on out.
Well,
what does that mean?
For us, it means justice. It means working with our legislators in Illinois and across the country to change the law. We need to call this a Sonia Massey law. We have a bill in Illinois. Now we need a law regarding 2nd-degree murder. I mean, it was obvious to all of us that this was 1st-degree murder. There should not have been another option, but there was an option. And now we have to do our part to make a difference and to make a change and make sure that people never forget. Say her name! Sonia Massey! Say her name! Sonia Massey! Say her name! Sonia Massey!
Well, I'll let the family speak, but clearly they had options. They had options here. They had 1st-degree murder, 2nd-degree murder, and then, of course, the unthinkable. And there was some sort of discussion. There was a fight. I'm not saying a physical fight, but there was some sort of fight as to what it should be. So we don't know what that was. Was there a fight between 1st and 2nd? Was there a fight between 2nd and something else? We don't know. But ultimately, they settled upon 2nd-degree, and we know they deliberated, 11 to almost 12 hours with a week's worth of testimony. That's significant. So there was a lot of discussion in that jury room. James, Donna?
I think that we have to, seriously, because Illinois has been a forerunner with the Sonia Massey bill. But we found out as a family we need to take it further. We have a legislature here in Illinois who is ripe for the kind of change that should go across the whole United States. And we saw today that there is such a various difference between first degree and second degree. There was no doubt in any of our minds that this was first degree murder. I'm sure there's no doubt in Sean Grayson's mind. But his attorneys were skillful enough that they threw crap against the wall. They said that my daughter was the aggressor. And you give me a 9mm with a laser on it and a pop, I'll take the 9mm any day. That's what Sean Grayson had. I don't know why he was such an evil person, but my daughter said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Yes. And see, we believe in Jesus. Yes. We do. Yes. He's my Lord and Savior. Yes. And I know that there'll be justice for Sean Grayson, and it might not be in this world, but it'll be in the next one.
Mr. Robles, what was it like for you sitting in the courtroom, hearing the defense attorneys thinking Sonya Massey in the way that they did, calling her the aggressor, and ultimately, what was that like for you, for your family, watching that fight?
It is probably the most disgusting and vile video that anybody has ever seen in this country. I don't know, when I think about the George Floyds and the Breonna Taylors and everybody else, the Laquan McDonald's, this truly, I think, shocked the conscience of the court. I think that's why we saw Judge Cadogan rule that he was not going to get any bail. Who gets bail on 3 counts of first-degree murder? And I think State's Attorney Millhiser, he charged this thing properly. He didn't overcharge it. He didn't undercharge it. But the problem is the law here in Illinois. That needs to be changed. So that should have a different option, maybe aggravated murder, something in between. And this looks like it was a compromise verdict more than anything.
Yeah. What are you hoping to get at the sentence?
I'm sorry, y'all. I just wanted to say I agree. I agree. It was a compromise verdict. I agree.
What are you hoping to see happen?
Max. Yes. Whatever the max is. Yes. Not one day less than the max.
Is there any solace that
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. That's what she was saying. Yeah. So Sonya is the reason why we're here. And the last thing that she would say is, I love you, Daddy. I wear I love you, Daddy on my wrist every day. Because that's the way we ended every conversation, be it in person or on the phone, was I love you, Daddy. Sonya was a daddy's girl. You know.
Is there any solace at all that can be taken from a conviction on second-degree murder, or is this not that sort of a thing?
How would you feel? Go ahead. Let me ask you that. How would you feel if your child was shot in the face and they came back with a second-degree murder conviction? Anybody out here, I can ask the same thing, and you'll say the same thing. It's not justified. It's not. She invoked the name of Jesus, and he got a maximum, or potentially a maximum, of 20 years.
But that's not justice. Richard Pryor said a long time ago, when you go down to a courthouse in this country, you find just us.
That's right.
Just us. That's poor white people, poor black people, poor brown people. There is a thing, it's called white privilege. And if you don't realize it, I'm telling you today, there is white privilege. And that's what this jury verdict came out today. It's all about white privilege.
Is there anything we could do to change legislation?
What does she mean by it? I mean, I can only speak to what I know. I know that I saw my little sister in fear. Now, what I can say is, in this country, what gets dismissed as a mental...
She was in fear when she opened that door. She felt that, man. I'm telling you, listen. They talk about the mentally ill people. Like, listen, the mentally ill people, I say it just like I say with children and dogs and animals. They have this intuition. The woman, since she was fearful when she opened her door, she sensed evil when she opened her door. Do y'all not remember she stood in her door and said a prayer?
Yep.
When she opened that door for that cop and he began speaking to her, she said a prayer standing right there in that door. And then she thanked the man. That is just weird. She thanked the man for even coming out on that call. That woman was not aggressive. That woman was not going to hurt that man. Now, she did feel that she had some type of intuition that he wasn't right. She felt that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go back and you look again, because see, hindsight is 20/20, y'all always know that. And so knowing what we know now and watching that body cam footage today, even when she was sitting over there on that sofa, speaking, she was fearful. She did, Queen. She did. She said, "Are you gonna hurt me?" Yeah. Like she felt something. She felt something, y'all. She did.
Mental health episode in my community is just simple fear. So we see things objectively different. We say that we are afraid. The other side says, well, they have a mental health issue.
But they were bantering. There was light conversations.
She was afraid.
She was trying to lighten the mood. That's what I saw. I mean, I talk to Sonya every day. So what I saw was somebody that was trying to de-escalate, contrary to what the experts on the defensive side said. She tried to de-escalate the whole situation.
Is there any kind of way we could change the legislation to make sure that we have more balanced jurors? This was definitely an imbalance. We only had one African American. We did have a number of white females. Is there any legislation where we can ensure we have a balanced jury?
So let me say first that a lot of the bills and the laws that we talked about that is in Sonya's name is Senate Bill 1953, which Governor Pritzker signed into law in August of this year. That is on the books. Now we know that that's not enough, because there is such a big gap between the sentencing, between the second degree and the first degree murder charge, that we need aggravated murder. We need, because if this was an aggravated murder by anyone's definition, if not a first degree murder outright. Absolutely. So we need that. Now, to answer your question, it's supposed to be a jury of your peers. That is the right that we have in a civil and a criminal courtroom, a jury of your peers. I don't know that that was a jury of Sonya's peers. Was it a jury of Grayson's peers?
Yes.
It was overwhelming, right? It was overwhelming, and who knows the thought process that went into that jury room to achieve this verdict. Now, are there laws? There are ways to combat imbalanced juries, and as an attorney, we try and employ those tactics whenever we can to ensure fairness, because that's what this is supposed to be about. Fairness and accountability and principles. And we stand on our belief that it should have been first-degree murder, but we are grateful that there's a conviction of murder here.
Would the
Now,
Donna like to add anything? Does she feel comfortable? What's the question?
Not yet.
all right, why don't we take one more question?
Let me say thank you to John.
So go ahead. Yes.
I just want to say thank you to John Milhiser, the state's attorney in Sangamon County. I jokingly say he's my favorite Republican, but I think we need to cross aisles now. I can tell you that John Milhiser did a yeoman's job, and I think he heartily approved that this was first-degree murder. In anybody's mind, we didn't get what we wanted today, and I think that was a serious miscarriage of justice. But Sean Grayson will get his. He'll get his. Thank you, Mary Beth Rogers. You did a great job. Thank you, Sheriff here in Peoria, Chris. Your men did a great job of providing protection for us while we were here. All of you people. I think I just love the people in Illinois, because Illinois is the first state in the country that passed the Sonya Massey law. But I guarantee you, it will not be the last.
Donna?
Our lawyers, it's not their fault that he got second degree. They fought real hard, and I thank all our lawyers, because they're not in the jury. We can't blame them for that. They did a great job, and I appreciate them. And there's a few other things I want to say, but I can't think right now. And I really thank you guys for coming out and for your support. And I pray that Sean Grayson gets his just reward.
And that's how we're going to end this, folks. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done.
Okay, y'all. We've been triggered all over again, but hey, what can you do? Now, I will cover the sentencing. To see actually how much time they give him.
And Pops need to wake up.
What do you mean?
He need to wake up. Stop leaving it up to this. Look, I'm about to explain. True, calm down. I'm gonna have to calm down. Now this is Illinois is a Democratic state. All right.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, they talking about laws being passed, and all this stuff when they had the power to put these changes in place for a very long time. This state is leading the revolution if it happened to start off. All right, this is fully Democratic control. They shouldn't have no problem. They shouldn't even be going through all this. But it's,
well, man, what can they do other than what they're doing? I played the clips, and I played them for a reason. Where these people, Sonya Massey's family and others, are fighting. They are fighting, man. Like, what else can they? Like, you listen. We can talk all day long about what should be done. What should be done, but I mean, we as the people only have so much power. We have power. And I don't think people realize that.
We have a whole lot of power. They put those people in charge.
The people have to come together and enforce that power. You know what I'm saying? Like they doing, to me, honestly, I think they're doing a whole lot.
I'm pretty sure the people is, but is the state going to put up enough effort, or they just passed this one little law just to shut the people up?
How do we know, and how can we control what the state does?
By staying on top of them.
Well, that's what they're doing. This happened last year. These people have been on this since this woman passed. They've been on this since that woman passed.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that they don't want another repeat of George Floyd. So when they came up with that law, as far as the Sonya Massey law, they did that just to shut them up so it don't go no further. But I don't think they plan on doing anything else, as far as what I'm saying.
Okay, well, you must want to listen to that news clip where they said they was just beginning. You must didn't hear that.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I know I'm just looking at a trend of it over decades. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the news since '94, so it's like I'm seeing a lot of repetitive stuff.
You gotta stop grouping people and things and events in one box, man. You gotta start judging things by individuality. You have I notice with you, and I love you dearly. I promise you I do. But you do that. You group things, people, and efforts and events and all in one, and you go back to what happened then and what happened then and what happened then.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Well, somebody over here got to do it. If everybody else ain't doing it, everybody can't think on the same flow length.
Like you can't do that. That's not fair to group these people and what they're trying to do.
What did I say wrong? No, Truth. All I'm saying is he's giving too much power to the witch call. I mean, yeah, I understand that the family is doing it, but it's like everybody got to get behind this. You know what I'm saying? Not just his family, because their state is not going to push it no further than what it is.
What in the hell can he do about it? You said Sonya Massey's daddy need to wake up. What in the hell can he do about others that don't want to get behind this? Long as he doing what he needs to do, his part. He can't make people do anything.
That's true. It was just words of encouragement as far as we need to get behind this, or everybody else who want this law or want these changes, we need to start speaking up all together. That one little group out there in that state that's really, they voted these people in thinking that it's going to empower them, but actually they've been holding that state down for decades. And you leaving them up to make laws for you. It's like we got to wake up, and we got to wake up sometime. That's what I'm saying. I'm not taking nothing against the effort that they putting out there, but the people that they need this stuff from has not really did nothing for us for decades, or for them, because I don't live in Illinois. You know what I'm saying?
It's Illinois. Stop saying Illinois. Stop it.
Oh, I thought it was an S on the end.
No, it is an S on the end, but it's pronounced Illinois.
Are you correcting me? Are you trying to control me?
I'm trying to control you. Yes, I am. But I get your point. I really do. I get what you're saying, but it's irritating and agitating because I work with 3 groups. I do, and it's hard. Like you try to get people involved. You know what I'm saying? You try to get people to do exactly what you said needs to be done. And I agree, but it's just frustrating because you can't make people do anything. But the only thing you can really control is your part. And you know what I'm saying? Like I agree with what you're saying, but it's frustrating because unless, listen, let me tell you something about humans and beings, human beings, right? If it ain't them going through whatever, you got a lot of people that empathize and sympathize with family that go through stuff like this. But then you got some people, if it ain't them and they ain't been through it, they can't resonate and they don't get involved. You know what I mean? They only want to get involved when it, happens to them. But we as a people need to start empathizing and sympathizing with each other and putting ourselves out there when it ain't us. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. I really do. But it's just frustrating because you can't make people do anything. You can only do your part. That's the only thing you can really control is your part. So I'm just, to be honest, I'm not even part of the family, and I'm not satisfied with the second degree, but that's what it is. Like I say, I am going to cover the sentencing to see if they give him the max. To be honest, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm thinking they're not. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking just by that even being an option, I don't think they're gonna give him the max. I don't think they're gonna give him the max.
Some of them tattoos gonna get him off. He connected with the judge. Now that's me jumping out the window right there. But
yeah, you always jumping out the damn window.
But at least I let you know when I'm jumping out the window.
I already expect you to jump out the damn window. I don't even be surprised. The hell? But yeah, I appreciate you being up here though, man. We always listen. This is what we do. This is what we do. Keep it cute, maybe busy. She ain't saying nothing in a minute. She ain't tried to cut your.
I'm sitting here listening to y'all.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we love you, man. We know we love you. But
Oh yeah, this is good.
Speak for yourself, True.
Keep it cute. You love man. Stop.
I always make sense.
Even though he tried to throw me under the bus, I got love.
That's all right. That's all right. We had our little
kerfuffle
for the bees and this.
Hey, we might have some news coming up later, boy. It seems like number 47, boy, might turn the River Queen into an African shish kebab. She better get the hell out of there.
I saw that.
And then she online talking about I praise Jesus.
That man is threatening Nigeria.
I love Jesus. What? You saying this all online and stuff? You know they can see this. They coming for you next.
The orange man is threatening Nigeria, girl. You gotta look it up.
Yeah, it's all over the news this morning.
Nigerians alone.
They not ready.
I don't think they're ready either, man. I don't think they're ready. Keep it cute. I don't.
Yeah, Tanya, she about to turn into an African shish kebab.
My God, today. I hope not. I pray not. That man need to sit his ass. You know what? We ain't gonna get into it today.
No. Do you know why it's for? They over there murdering Christians.
That's what. Yeah, I read that.
And she all online talking about some. I love Jesus. You better shut your mouth right now, boy. Ain't nobody protect you over there.
They are unaliving Christians over there.
Muslims is trying to take over everything, including this state. I mean, including this country. So.
What?
Yes. I saw that yesterday. I was like, oh, girl, I read it. I was like, oh my God, cute. I kind of felt for the girl. You know, I like that bitch.
Which go.
So
that's one example when I said that Trump saved us. That's where he saved us because the Muslims was going to hit us hard. They was already parked up in here.
Oh, you got to give him some type of credit for something with his whack.
I mean, when you see it, you got to call it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, because Texas is really going through it right now, as far as the Muslim thing and stuff. So it's like that could be everywhere. And how would you feel being a Christian, being under attack, just going to the grocery store? You know
Christians
what I'm saying?
have been under attack for a long time.
1700 years, by the way.
It's a long time. Under attack.
But what are they going to the churches attacking these people?
I'm not sure what they're doing over there, but it sounds like it's they said it's a genocide going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because how would you just by looking at a person know if they're Jew, Christian, whatever?
I mean, During the George Floyd thing, it was going on in China against the Muslims. The Chinese people was they called them Uyghurs. You know what I'm saying? And they was taking them out. So it's just all out religious battles going on in different parts of the world and stuff right now.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we gonna stay tuned. I know that we gotta. Maybe she'll come out and speak on that. That'll be a good content for her to talk about.
My advice would be leave it alone. Get on the plane. Get back home.
Well, you about right. you about right.
She ain't equipped for that, boy. They drop. They used to that kind of fighting, breaking out.
Yeah.
I gotta look that up. I didn't hear anything about that. That's weird. I'm
Yeah,
how do they know who's Christian and who's not?
Yeah, they was complaining about it this morning that none of the major networks are reporting it. Only Fox. Fox been on it for the last 2 weeks or so, but nobody else is reporting on it.
Oh, Fox.
And usually I trust Fox as far as the witch call more than the others.
Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. I got something to do before I go live in a couple of hours. So listen, I appreciate y'all so much. I really do. Shout out to Fun Bear, Keep It Cute, and Mad TV. Man, make sure you drop your link one more time before we get out of here. Shout out to the my moderator. Shout out to the chat. Thank you to everybody that support this live. Like I said, y'all stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell. We are going to cover the sentencing of this man. We're going to see what they give him. All right. I made a post, y'all, on my community wall that we will be, I want to say it's going to be tomorrow, but it might be Tuesday. Because I did want to try to cover something live tomorrow, but I don't know. I hadn't decided yet. Anywho, go check out my community wall. I put up a post. We are going to be talking about The Perfect Neighbor documentary on Netflix. Y'all know we covered the story. We covered the trial of Susan Lawrence, who unalived, I can't remember her name, that young lady, her neighbor. She unalived her. And she was sentenced. She was charged. She was sentenced. And they have a Netflix documentary on that. We are going to be discussing that. So if y'all have not checked out the documentary on Netflix, go check it out, and we're gonna have an open panel live discussion about that, because from what I'm gathering from some of the videos that I've saved to watch, they left out a lot of details in that movie, which I'm not surprised, but we know the details, huh? Because we watched.
Yeah, but you know, when I watched that documentary, seeing things from the body cam of the police officers, it gave it a whole different.
We saw the body. We watched the body cam, didn't we? We watched the body cam too when we.
Yeah, but some of it they didn't show. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was more heart wrenching.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet. I may know what you're talking about when I watch it, but I have not. I do know that we covered when we covered the trial. We did watch the body cam. So if you're saying they left, but I don't understand, like when they do these documentaries that's supposed to be so in-depth, so detailed about these things, and they leave stuff out, that give me a cause for pause. Like, what are you trying to do?
I think on this particular one, I think they did a pretty good job.
Okay.
Just in my personal opinion.
Okay. Well, you know, as far as these YouTube content creators, they're gonna always make something.
Well, everybody has their different view on it. You may have a different view on it after you watch it than myself. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
It's just my personal opinion, and it was very. I'm told on certain parts, my eyes were sweating.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Tanya, so they showed body cam and body cam from previous calls she made. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to watch it between tonight I'm going to watch it tonight. Now, whether we talk about it tomorrow, it's between that and something else that I got to cover. But it will be coming in the next couple of days. So y'all go check out the documentary, and we'll be discussing it this week for sure. Okay. With that being said, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, I got something to do. We will be over in Superville, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. I will see y'all over there again. Shout out to all of you all for supporting this channel. I honestly do appreciate it. All right. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful Sunday. Love on your family, your friends. Okay. Be safe, be blessed, never stress. And until next time, choose, seek, and stand up, and we out. Thank y'all again for your support. I appreciate it.